Kim.
Yes. Good morning. What are we going
It
to
is
do
actually
today?
afternoon. Did you know that?
Is it? No.
It is. It's
Okay.
2:42 in the PM.
2:42 p.m. WIB, Waktu Indonesia Barat.
What's that in English, bro?
Holy crap, I don't know.
Western
Indonesian time.
Western Indonesian
Indonesian time.
Nicely
Exactly.
done.
Exactly
Nicely
wit.
done. Yeah.
Wit. All right.
All right,
Very good to
welcome
know.
back to the... What have we decided to call it again? The
Totally Normal
Podcast.
Podcast.
Okay,
The
never mind.
totally normal
The totally
podcast.
normal podcast.
We had, a
Yeah, totally normal.
rebrand, we had to rebrand one episode.
We did have a
into this-
rebranding
into
after
the
one
season.
episode.
Right.
It's very bad.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Totally Normal Podcast with me, Sati Vermesi, Daniel Anugrah, Arya Siddhartha, and Kim Lilononi. I am still going to say all of your full
We're
names
still gonna do the
despite
full name thing?
your protests.
It's okay. I like it when you say my full
What's
name.
wrong with full names?
Yeah, what's wrong with full
What's
names?
wrong with full names, Daniel?
I don't know. I just don't really identify with Daniel Anugrah as hard as I identify with Daniel. You know.
So you just want to be called Daniel?
I like Daniel. I think.
What are you, Seal?
Wait, what?
Seal, Adele,
Seal the singer.
Adele the singer.
Adele.
Yeah, no, I know. Seal. Wait. Who's Seal?
The singer.
Seal. So,
From the Rose.
Kiss from a rose on the ring.
Yeah, that one.
Bro,
Batman.
Single
Forever, I
name.
think.
I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's one name.
that is Seal.
You mean like Prince?
Adele.
Yeah.
Are the
Prince.
artist formerly known as Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay,
or just
alright, cool.
Prince.
Prince,
Michael. Daniel. Okay, let's just go back from the top because obviously I said your name wrong. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Totally Normal Podcast with me, Sati Vermesi, Daniel,
Thank you.
Arya Siddhartha, and Kim Little.
Oh, why did you make it for everyone? No,
Okay.
No, I just want to say, how are you guys? Because I've had a really good week. This week was actually my first anniversary with
Oh,
my wife.
congratulations.
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
congrats.
It was also your first, or it's going to be your
It's going
first
to be
anniversary.
My first
This
this
weekend,
Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have our anniversaries like a week apart.
We did.
And
we
we
do.
did, and one of the highlights of the week, I think, when
Oh, yeah,
I
it
hung out
is
with
in
you
July.
and your wife.
Yeah, we
with
did.
my wife as well.
Yes, it
As-
was a double date.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
It was really nice. You know,
we chatted a lot. We talked about a lot of things.
so many things,
We talked about a lot of people. We talked about people behind their backs.
and we hung out in one of the best bars in Jakarta, Slits, which is now in a new spot.
We're not paying. We're not being paid for
Not being
for,
paid by
for the
Slits.
spot at all.
We
by the way.
could though.
We
So
could.
Slits, if you maybe every Thursday or Friday you want to put aside a corner of your bar, you know, before opening time. I know you open a little bit later, like 3 or 5. If you want to like have like just set aside a space for us to record, that would be lovely.
We wanna. We
Some free
wanna.
drinks, too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out
Are
to
we gonna do the podcast hammered?
shout out to Taco
God.
Local. That's one floor below Slits. Fantastic tacos. Great sodas that they make in house.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
recommend.
Great
Shout out.
margaritas too.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to try it, but like I'll
If
take
we
your word
ever
for it.
do it there at Slits, we're gonna have to make sure you guys can drink all you want. I need to stay sober just to keep us on track. You know?
Actually,
Maybe
I'm
we could-
staying sober too because I don't
Straight edge.
drink.
Oh well, there you go.
Straight edge.
I don't like alcohol. It tastes
straight
bitter,
edge.
bro.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Tastes
Yeah.
bitter.
Absolutely no
it
judgment
tastes bad.
whatsoever.
Bitter.
They're sweet ones.
Kind
you
of
know?
bitter.
What? No.
They're sweet ones, yeah.
No.
We can get one from Makawai. Shout out Makawai.
Love
we can
Makawai, yeah.
Get some for you. And
Shout out to Macau. We can record in
Actually,
Macau. Macau has led me down a lot of interesting roads. Let's just say a lot of big transitional moments in my life started at Macau.
Now we just want to say that we do not condone drinking, but we also do not condone drinking. You can live life however you want to.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I brought up my wife's anniversary with me, or the anniversary of our marriage.
Our
because-
anniversary.
Well, our anniversary.
Yeah.
You and I anniversary as well.
Yeah.
When did we first meet? Actually, it was the first time at work. I remember seeing this really big guy walking through the halls, and I was like, "God damn, he's scary as shit."
You actually think that?
I did actually think that.
That's
Like, this
actually-
guy can kick ass.
That's
you
what-
know?
That's a lot of people's impression of you.
I
Like
swear, yeah.
my family
Yeah.
when they first met
Right,
you.
right. Why don't you flex? Yeah. Flex it. Flex it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can't see it in this light.
All right.
Lighting is very important.
Pretty sure they.
I'm pretty sure we're
still
gonna have a
can.
fitness episode down the road. You should come
We
in
are.
just in like a tank top, just in like your muscle tee, bro.
Oh man, I gotta get a pump in. I gotta get a pump in before the
Same thing. You know,
I'm gonna-
I'll get a pump in as well. Yeah, shout out because he's been coaching me. He's I got
He's
a
been
personal.
coaching you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I get a
shit.
personal trainer for free. He taught me how to do my splits. He taught me how to do like progressive overload. And honestly, I like it. The results
What,
are
like a
people notice.
like a leg split. like an actual split.
We're gonna go on a rabbit hole, but basically muscle splits. Different
Oh,
muscle
I see.
groups.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, when you're working out different muscle
Yeah.
groups,
Mm-hmm,
and splits are like, oh, which muscles pair the best with each other.
Oh, right. So
Certain-
like,
yeah,
so
getting
like
the most out of your
triceps and
workout.
chests and
Yeah.
biceps
I'm
and
also
back and
I'm also
things like that.
teaching you all the bro science myths I've learned over the years, which I've
Bro
only
science.
recently.
What's a bro science?
What that I've recently learned is not actually real.
Yeah, well, basically, like, myths about like weightlifting are like, oh yeah, like how you gain muscles by
Yeah.
micro tears doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Micro tears.
Free
Is that
weights
not
are
real?
better
I
than
thought
machines.
that was real.
So, okay.
I thought how it actually
is a rabbit
worked
hole-
was
rabbit hole
that
warning.
was through that.
Whoa, whoa,
that-
we
that
are in a
that we
rabbit
just
hole.
kind of-
Yeah.
That we just kind of like injure our muscles just enough so that it rebuilds bigger.
Yeah, that's the myth that I.
That's
the
a myth?
So
Apparently, I didn't know that.
as far as I know, I don't think micro tears don't exist. Like, they exist, but they're not the thing that contributes to muscle growth.
I see.
Essentially, what
Okay.
happens is like the more you lift.
Uh-huh.
So the thing that's actually right about that myth is like time under tension, right? Because
Time
like
under
look at him
tension.
admiring his dumbass muscles.
I know,
There are,
right?
there are actual like stretch marks on my arm.
Mm.
I love that.
Maybe
So,
we should
time un-
invite.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe we should invite some sports experts next time.
We should.
Maybe we
I am
should.
the sport
Yeah.
You
I
are
am
the
the
sports
sports
expert.
And mansplain everything to us. Anyways, yeah, micro tears aren't
Right.
real. What actually happens when your
It's macro
muscles
tears.
under tension?
I had no idea.
A
huge
Macro
gap.
tears.
arm.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's working.
goodness.
when you lift and your
Alright.
muscles under strain, it's basically like conditioning your brain to send more power to the muscles.
Send more
and-
power.
No, yeah, exactly.
Really?
Just
Send it.
like
We need more power.
yeah, you're just teaching your brain and your body to be like, hey, I'm under a lot of like pressure right now. Send me more, send me more nutrients, send me more stuff, and then that's
Insert-
what makes it bigger.
Insert Kylo Ren.
So-
More.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rabbit hole. Rabbit hole.
I see, rabbit
So anyway,
hole.
the anniversary gift that my wife got for me is this little F1 Lego car. If you want
Is
to
it
show
visible?
it to the camera,
I don't think it's
I don't think it's
visible.
visible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you
wanna
want to
just see
lift
a little
it?
bit?
I'll be careful. I'll be
Be
careful.
very, very
I'll
careful
be
with it
careful, I'll be
because it
careful.
took me 2 days to complete.
I'll be careful.
I think there were like 1,000 parts
Alright.
in there, man. It's insane.
I'll be careful. Jesus.
Be very careful. Look at
Oh,
that.
look at it.
Gorgeous.
It's so
Williams
delicate.
FW14.
You assembled it from the scratch.
I assembled it
back
from
when they were
scratch.
real cars, back when they had V12s.
This one actually had a V10.
Really?
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
not know my F1 facts.
Let me show you because you can actually take off the can you hold it real quick?
Yeah.
You can take off the
Whoa.
the engine
Block.
block. No, the engine cover. You can see that it has 10 cylinders in it.
Nice.
There you go. Now I want to put this back in.
Careful.
Yep. Oh, thank you. And
Click it.
All right.
yeah. So back in the day when I was a kid, I had a dream of being like
I
a
had a
race car
dream.
driver.
A NASCAR
A
driver?
race car driver.
Oh, race
Actually,
car driver.
first NASCAR because I
Yeah.
lived in the States, right? And I
Oh, hell
was
yeah.
just, I spent like every weekend watching NASCAR.
Really?
So those
NASCAR.
Rovals.
Really?
Man, I was a big fan of them, of that Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Dale
Bro,
Earnhardt
bro.
Jr.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yo, didn't he do something bad?
I don't know, man.
He died, right?
No, that's his dad. That's his dad.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Dale Earnhardt died in 2001. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dude's a G.
R.I.P.
I'm a
shout
big
out
fan.
Dale
I'm a big
Earnhardt
fan.
Jr.
No, he's alive.
Oh yeah.
Dale Earnhardt
Yeah.
Jr. is alive.
R.I.P. Dale Earnhardt
The
Sr.
dad is dead. There you go. All right.
There you go.
Rest
Shout
in-
out,
rest
shout out
in-
Junior.
Rest in
Right.
heaven,
He-
big guy.
He's the real one.
Yeah,
was
it really
the real
is. No, but what I'm asking is, my dreams have changed compared to when I was a kid. You know, now I just want to change the world, man. I wanna make a
Bars
better
high.
world. I want to make a better world for myself and for my kids and my grandchildren, which is why I'm running for
Preach.
president in 2044.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want you to
voting
vote
for this
me,
guy.
by the way.
Is that a little too soon?
Is it? I don't know.
Or is it a little too late? Are we
What
still
year is
going to
that?
be a country?
Because I am going.
Yes,
well,
we will.
Whatever
Hopefully.
country still exists for 2044, 2045, I am going to run for
Yeah.
president at the ripe age of. I'm now 27, which means at the right
Quick maths.
age of 48.
48. That's
48.
That's a
a
good.
pretty
That's a
age,
good
yeah.
year. It's a good
It's
year.
really not bad.
It's a good
Yeah.
year. It's prime presidency year.
I'm looking forward to you guys voting for me. But what?
Please
what-
welcome to the stage the new president of the Democratic Socialist People's Republic of Jawa Barat.
Satya
Oh,
Premesi.
this
Yeah.
digital footprint's
Oh,
either gonna
yeah.
age
A lot.
like a milk or
My-
like a
my-
wine.
Oh, wait till
Like
you
this.
wait till I bring
Nightmare.
out my T-shirt next week,
Oh
bro.
no!
Absolute nightmare.
I have
Anyway,
no idea what you're talking about.
Did you when you guys were kids? What were your dreams? Did you guys have any dreams, or were you all just like, I'm just gonna.
No, dude, just
The-
go
The
with
day I
flow.
came out of
happens.
my mother's womb, I was, I'm gonna be an accountant.
Yo, what a dream, man!
Man, imagine
insane.
imagine a child with no dreams, like just fucking the NPC man from the start.
Tell us your dreams.
Damn, I love
then.
Gibran.
I have zero dreams.
Yeah, tell us your dreams then.
My dream-
Yeah,
my-
what did you want to be when you
Yeah.
grew up, bro?
Yeah,
You're
bro.
now 28 years old. You better have this job.
I'm putting myself back into my fresh toddler shoes. Back
Before
then.
he had his muscles.
Before I had my muscles, I was scrawny, feeding on breast milk all day, every day, getting me nice and chubby.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You can just tell us your dreams.
The earliest thing that I probably wanted to be, I want to say, maybe like a. Well, the one thing that I could remember is that I wanted to be an architect.
You wanted to be an architect.
Like why I wanted to be an
Wow.
architect is twofold. First, initially I heard the first time I've even ever heard of the term architect was from this anime that I really liked as a kid, which was Digimon, and the main guy who I really liked, Taichi. Like there's an epilogue in the end of the series. That explains what every single one of the main cast becomes in the end.
Yo, spoilers, bro. We can't.
Sorry.
We can't.
I'll tell you just one.
All right, go
Taichi becomes an architect eventually. So then I was like, I want to be that because that's what my main guy liked.
Right.
And then afterwards, I asked my mom, like, Mom, what's an architect? What do they do? And he's like, oh yeah, they draw stuff. I can draw. I can draw stuff. And that's
Mom,
like,
let me draw stuff.
and that was like perfect. That's what I want to do. Eventually, it faded because like as most toddler dreams do. And then I guess for the longest time during the times where like you really had like parents and all like authority figures really want you to have something to work towards in school and eventually in college, I wanted to be initially a doctor, probably.
A doctor. So an architect and then a doctor.
Basically, it's a
Typical.
it's a profession that's very like like it's very highly looked upon, like everyone like views it in such a like esteemed light.
It is. It is.
It is.
And it also like a huge part of my family are also like doctors, like they're doctors now, and they come from
really?
a family of it's a whole family of like doctors, like a whole kinds of like fields, and they were all doing really well for themselves, and they're all really high achieving and smart, and that was what I wanted to be. Eventually in the doctor phase. Obviously, eventually I realized I wasn't smart enough to be a doctor. Because
Oh, don't do that to yourself.
Don't do
a
that.
lot of
Come on.
exact sciences that I just wasn't really into, and I wasn't good at. And then I guess I wanna stop it right there. Obviously, there's more, but like architect, doctor, and then the real stuff eventually.
By the
But,
way,
like,
by the way,
dreams, yeah,
quick
See.
little side note. When you said you were good at drawing, right?
sure.
Did you draw this when you were a kid?
Oh hell yeah, man!
That S. Here, let me show
Yeah,
it to the
dude.
camera.
I still know how to draw it.
You do?
I still know how to draw it.
Why?
Undo.
I still know how
there
to
you
draw
go.
it.
Why is that? Why? How did that become a thing? By the way,
I never
don't
drew
know.
that actually.
you never
I-
drew
I
it.
never drew that.
I never know what
You
that
never drew
is.
it?
That's
It's so easy
crazy.
here.
Here, you take it.
Wait, are you gonna draw it now?
I'll draw
Yeah,
it now,
yeah, you can draw it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll this is a tutorial for you guys.
All right.
Like first you draw the three
Three lines. Yep, the
and
three
then
lines.
the other three lines down
Yeah.
here,
Uh huh.
and then you connect the top two lines and then these here,
Yep.
and then you just make it together with the.
There you go, and that's how you draw
I am
the S.
how you do
so doing it to the HR the
Yeah.
next time I get a job
Incredible.
interview.
Absolutely insane.
What's your talent? Give me a paper
Do you have
and a
some?
pen.
Yeah, do you have
I'll
some, do you have
draw-
some
I'll
special
draw really
skills?
Yeah. I can
Yes.
draw you the best S there
The best
is.
S.
Yeah.
And it was
The
perfect
be-
for me because my name is Satya, right? And so the
Oh,
way I
you
would
must have
write
had a
my
field
name,
day with
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Satya.
Right,
but the
right,
A and the
right.
T and the Y and the A were just
Normal.
absolute shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely horrible.
I just draw the S really well and then just like write everything else afterwards with like
Right,
regular
right.
writing.
Yep. That's exactly how it was.
Yeah.
What was your dream?
No, wait. So you said you wanted to be like an architect
Yeah.
and then a doctor,
Yeah.
and then you moved on to, or like you made the realization that okay, real stuff.
yeah, basically.
How old were
Real
you when you
stuff.
realized being like okay, real stuff?
As in real stuff, as in like this is not realistic because I lack the capability for it, or it's just not what I like. Probably like around high school, at that point I was like, even though I was grouped into like in high schools in Indonesia, especially like public high schools, they'd have like majors or like specializations.
Yeah, either socials or sciences,
either
right?
social sciences or exact or natural sciences.
Yep.
Or occasionally bahasa. I didn't have bahasa.
Right.
Or language. Sorry.
Yes.
But I grouped into the IPA or like the exact sciences because that's
smart
where,
kids, huh?
that's where the smart kids go. Even though like it's a different branch.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
like we can talk about this in an education related episode. But like basically like it's not like, oh, this is the exact sciences class and these are the social sciences class. No, these are the good smart kids and these are the
damn
dumb bad
the damn
kids.
useless
the
kids.
bad
Yeah,
Troublemakers.
which is like fucked up. But
Social
like,
sciences,
But
humanities,
there,
basically.
there's
right?
actually a saying,
Ouch.
isn't it? Back in the day, I don't know if you were exposed to this, but the natural sciences kids were going to be the doctors, but the social sciences kids were going to be the people owning the hospital.
Yeah.
Now we had that.
Actually,
that's just cope, bro.
Yeah, that is
It is
cope.
cope. It is massive cope.
No, it's cope, but it's also true. I feel like. But
Yeah,
then the
in a
other thing
way.
is like, I remember sending you that tweet, which is like, oh yeah, we spent 20 years telling kids that like the sciences were more important than the humanities, and that's how we get an entire generation of like tech bros who are like, imagine if we could have, imagine if we had like machines for like babies. Yeah, imagine if when people were born, we put all of their personal data on the blockchain, bro. That's what. Do you remember that tweet? Yeah. That's how we get an entire generation of people who being like,
science without
yeah, do everything that science can do. How about the social implication?
But bro, what if we can upload our mind to the internet, dude?
Yeah, bro. What if like I woke up every morning and then when I want to go to bed at night, I just download all of my dreams.
Yeah,
into the
exactly.
cloud.
So we can watch it, bro.
Yeah.
So we can interpret our.
Yeah, but then
dreams
what
and be
about
like,
what if your Dreamcast, Lamau? What if your Dreamcast subscription ends, bro? How will you dream?
Oh no! I don't know, man. We'll have to look for money.
You simply don't.
I'll probably.
You got locked out of your dreams due to premium subscription
I'll
ending.
post my feet on Only Feet,
How did we get to
so I
Take off
can
your socks.
find money.
Take off your socks right now.
No!
I like the socks.
This we're saving that for the future of my
yeah.
career.
Special episode.
Only feet.
The Only Feet episode.
The Only
where we
Feet
all
episode,
have
yeah.
our
So if
our
you go
toes
onto our
out.
if you go onto our
what do you
Patreon,
mean, toes
the
out,
highest
toes
tier,
out.
you get to see Satya's feet.
Oh my god.
Toes out.
No.
Oh.
We
That'd
have
be
the
like
special toes out
$1,000 a
episode.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you pay us $1,000 a month on Patreon, you can get to see all of our feet.
Actually, that's a bit
What do you
cheap,
mean
isn't it?
all
our
$10,000.
feet,
Let's
bro?
call it that. $10,000
gonna
you can
see my
see
Kim
my feet.
notwithstanding.
Oh, gross.
A single donation of $1,500. It's going up.
My
$1,500. That's too small, man.
Yeah, it's fair.
$100,000 single donation. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, okay, you know, I mean, like, there's the PPV, there's the pay-per-view for like daily feet stuff, but that's like $50
Oh
a
man.
piece.
how are you guys so creative about this? Goodness.
What do you mean?
I'm just copying the PPVs as a
Pay per view.
pay-per-view
Yeah.
is it's a
OS.
thing.
It's a thing.
Thing on OS.
You ever watch boxing?
Yeah.
People pay
Paper
to
thing.
see feet.
Yeah, and other parts
Only-
obviously, but like
good-
we're only
Yeah.
showing feet here. So
Good
so
feet
the
only,
so the
good feet
pay-per-view
only.
is only for feet, like $19, and send me a tip. And
And
something
honestly,
like that.
I got really good feet as well. I think I might.
You
be able
have
to make
great
it.
feet. I'll be
Oh, thank
honest.
you. Yeah.
Put it up on Wiki Feet, bro.
Wiki
They
feet,
rate,
dude.
they rate the feet.
No kidding, really.
You're getting at least a 7.
You've never heard of Wiki Feet?
Maybe an
I don't
8.
know. I think an 8. I think an 8 is decent.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with an 8. Although, like, if I like color my nails, you know, I might get like a 9.
Am I gay?
9.5.
How suckable are bros' toes?
Hey, yo, now we gotta go back. Oh, we gotta go back.
we gotta go back to the
dreams.
It's so
dreams,
it only
dreams.
took us it only took us 10 minutes of talking to
It
like
did.
for us to veer
All
from
right.
career to like how
Right.
will we build out our OnlyFans, which
Dream.
In
let's just
fairness,
say-
it can be a future.
which I should just say
careers, yeah.
is a legitimate field work.
Yeah. 100%.
Sex work is work.
100%. But Daniel, are you?
All right.
No, we're not gonna go. Yeah,
all right.
I want to hear what you have to
In
say.
case for
but
you guys to hear in the audio, my face is confused.
He's
but-
making a face right
I'm
now.
making a face.
He's not
right
judging.
now.
He's just a little bit confused.
Right.
and that's
And-
okay.
I am confused.
In fairness, I feel like we can make a compilation of Kim just being
No.
confused.
Kim confused counter starts running right now.
I
Just
am
looking to the
putting-
left, looking to the right,
I am
being like-
putting a poker face right now.
Sure.
I shall not
He
give
a little
them the
confused, but you got the
satisfaction
spirit.
of seeing my face confused.
Yeah, the Lil and Lil Nodi stands for a little confused.
Yeah. Kim, you used to be you used to be a
Oh.
teacher, by the way, right? Because I can
am.
imagine
I was.
how old were the kids that you taught?
Why do you want to know that?
No, because it provides context, dude.
Well, it's junior high school to high school, so
Right. Okay. So tell me you haven't seen a bunch of crazy kids in one classroom. I mean,
yeah.
because I had a bunch of crazy classmates myself, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with my confused face, though?
I mean, I don't know. We haven't gone fully unhinged yet.
This isn't
Yeah.
unhinged yet.
Nah, not yet.
No.
I can imagine
Wow.
it not being that unhinged.
All
No.
right.
Hey, what about the dreams, man?
Yeah,
What
Right,
about
yeah.
this man's dreams?
Dreams.
Right in front of his
What,
face.
dude? What's your dreams? Are you trying to change conversation
Yeah, let's
because
talk
your
about
No, I'm
dreams?
not trying to change conversation.
All right.
I'm just letting the conversation. Okay, I'm gonna
Dream.
get back to it.
What's your?
I think I was in the boat with a lot of like, typical like boys who were being like, I want to be an astronaut. Or I wanted to be initially soldier, but then it was like spy because I saw Born
yeah.
Identity when I was like 6 years old and being like, bro, I want to I want to go to a bank in Switzerland and have like 6 passports,
Yeah.
$200,000 and a gun,
okay.
That seems pretty cool. But then also, I think for me it was like the travel aspect because in that movie he like goes from like Paris to Berlin to London and stuff like that and be like, I love trains. I love going through like airport terminals and that seems really cool. Just like walking nonchalantly through airport security.
Do you enjoy the security and like taking off your shoes and your belt and?
No, I don't. But that movie I have to say, that movie was pre 9/11, so people just breezed through security.
Oh, that's a good point. There you
Right?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, I
Awesome.
really got into it to the point where I'm like, I went online and like, oh yeah, this is how like a CIA agent looks at like the world. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit here in the restaurants. That's why I can keep an eye on all the exits. I don't know why I did all those things, but I did anyways, and just like adopted it. It's like my way of life.
By the way, I don't mean to burst your bubble. The Born Supremacy post 9/11.
Well, that's Born Identity. That's the one I saw first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one was 2000, I believe, or 2001, but it was definitely before 9/11.
It was 2002.
2002. Interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
filmed before.
Yeah, I
released
think-
on-
yeah.
It might have been filmed before.
Yeah, definitely
9/11.
filmed
Yeah,
before.
Yeah.
I see.
Anyways, yeah, so that happened. I also wanted to be an astronaut because I think I was just like one of those things where like, I don't know, my parents were like, this autistic kid needs an obsession. Let's buy him
Right,
all the
yeah.
Nat Geo DVDs and Blu-rays, and a lot of them were like planes. I wanted to be a pilot, and then from pilot you kind of progress to be
Right.
like astronaut, and
Yeah.
being like, hey, that's pretty cool. I watched movies, also like a lot of movies. Shout out to like Apollo 13. The
Apollo
Ron Howard
13,
Reed.
classic, man.
A lesser known classic, Red Planet, starring Val Kilmer.
Huh.
No one's heard of that one.
Yeah. Is that like a direct-to-video?
Yeah, Carrie Ann Moss and Val Kilmer. No, it was a legit movie. I think it was just never really
was
that
a
popular.
legit
Yeah, it was a
movie.
legit movie.
It was real. The
All-
movie was real.
All the
It
movies that were
existed.
direct to DVD were not real.
No,
They were
no,
not
those are
real.
Not
fake
really
movies.
movies.
You imagined it.
Yeah, and I kept that dream as alive for as long as I can, and then I did also have an architect phase because I like drawing, and then I turns out to be like, bro, I need to know math. And
Yeah,
math was like my
yeah.
lowest scoring subject, and then like had like problems in the math class. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be realistic, and so I took my dream of like maybe I do still want like the be a spy, travel the world kind of aspect, and being like. Okay, maybe go to work in like international relations. Be a diplomat. It was
Be a
sold,
diplomat.
Yeah, it was sold to me as like
Work
you get
for
to go
the
to like
UN.
exactly go to work for the UN.
Change the world.
Change the world.
Empower the youth.
Yeah, and also all
Save
the,
humanity.
all the other universities rejected my letters. Well, I didn't get rejected. I got accepted, but I didn't have the
Right,
money for it.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
So instead,
yeah.
I went to Universitas Pelita Harapan for international
Hold
relations.
on.
You didn't have the
on.
money for what?
Hold
What
on.
universities?
There was one. I really wanted to go to the one in Sciences Po, the one in France.
Okay.
The good humanities, good international affairs there. And then I also briefly entertained studying film in like a university in Ireland.
Film.
Yeah,
Nice.
because I also I don't know why like filmmaker never really became a dream for me. That's just
Yeah,
something I
yeah.
stumbled into.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was making movies as early as like 10th grade, telling my classmates like, get in front of the camera, hold the gun this way, jump off a bridge, and nobody wanted to jump off the bridge, so I had to.
Yeah.
I've seen the footage. It's real.
Maybe I'll find the footage and then like we can toss it in here. The clip of me.
We
jumping
had
off
it,
the
bro.
bridge.
You had it.
No.
Yeah, it's
no.
somewhere on a
Right here.
hard drive at home.
I see.
We
Right
need to
here.
see this footage as soon as we can.
Yeah.
So what are you now, though?
Now I am sort of a do everything media person.
Which is why you're on this podcast as well.
Yeah, I kind of just like fill whatever holes are in like.
Because you love filling holes, don't you?
I love filling holes.
I have a question.
Yeah,
on.
How do we know you're not a spy now?
No.
I'm not, bro.
How
That's
do we...
exactly what a spy would say.
Honestly,
yeah, exactly. I mean,
I guess we'll never know.
If he is,
you're
he-
quite
he-
knowledgeable. You're well traveled.
and he has a really good disguise because
Exactly.
because everything that he's wearing, every
you're a
Why are you
womanizer.
wearing
that
a
he
camo
presents
though?
himself. The way
Camo,
he presents
I
himself.
just like military surplus, but yeah.
So you know a lot about military.
No,
are
I
you
don't.
saying?
And he also bangs a lot of women. That's the biggest indicator that he is indeed a spy.
Right.
No.
We're starting to get a little suspicious.
I
here.
am
Like,
showing a suspicious face.
I feel like what we're actually
Expression.
doing here is a massive honeypot for Daniel
Yeah.
Right.
to
I swear to God,
blackmail
I
us
swear to God, if you
sometime in
bang
the
one more
future.
woman, your
No.
cover is up, your jig is up, bro. The jig is up.
That's it.
I see.
That's it.
If I sleep with one more woman.
No more banging
that's
hot
it.
women for you.
You'll be done.
You're banned from banging hot women.
Oh
I see.
God.
Yeah.
How about you, Kim?
Kim,
I
did
think-
you ever have any dreams?
Yes, I was. I mean, I do.
I was.
Do you
I mean,
still, or is that all been dashed?
Yesn't.
Yesn't.
Right, but I think we share the same brain cell, more or less, Daniel.
Are
Because
you also a spy?
no,
Wait a
wait,
second.
wait a
No,
second.
wait. See,
no,
see,
no, no.
See,
no.
see, this is like playing Among Us. If
Yeah.
you're not the
Yeah,
killer,
yeah, you know. I
immediately
can-
the first thing you do is you point out he
One
must
of-
be the killer. So
Do
what if
you-
One of us is counterintelligence. One of us
the other is intelligence?
Well, I don't know if there's much intelligence in this room. I'll be honest.
No, we have an IQ of a room temperature. But anyway, right? Yeah. I'm actually also. I used to dream to become an astronaut myself.
Nice.
Little bit different reason though. So my earliest recollection of being on an airplane is when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I was so afraid of the heights because it was so high up in the sky. But I remember I really liked the view.
Did you want to be a skydiver?
No. I don't know that's a profession just yet. But what I remember, I think my mom or my dad told me that there are people who flew even higher
Yeah.
than what you saw, and those people are called astronauts. And I was like, that's an amazing. I want to do that for a living too. And even better when I know there are not many people up in this space, and I don't like people at that time, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to be an astronaut in my earliest and my first dreams ever. But then, as I was doing a little bit digging, I realized
How's that NASA application looking though? by the way?
Exactly. Speaking about NASA, I realized most astronauts that I saw on the media and everything, they're Americans.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
at NASA or European Space Agency. And what am I? I'm from this very, very far away island in
Yeah.
this country. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, wow. That's dashing like what, 90% of my chances. And then the 10% is I'm also stuck at math.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
and the
true, yeah.
second way is that, okay, if I can't be an astronaut, I remembered very well, maybe I should try something related to the military.
Right.
Or
Right.
law enforcement. But never in my life do I dream to become a spy. That's your dream.
Right.
I'm thinking of something much more simple like
That's
the
what a
infantry.
spy would say.
Yeah. No, it is.
Like a-
No.
It is.
like-
Trying to
Some-
throw us off the scent.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not that smart like you. Come on. And I'm.
You're a teacher, bro. You got to be pretty smart to be a teacher, I reckon.
No, you just need to be good at teaching, but not spying stuff around. Like, gosh.
Uh-huh.
Right. So
Are you not gathering intelligence
That's what
on
a
your
spy would
students?
say.
Are
Yeah.
you not building profiles for
Yeah,
student
yeah.
behavior and performances?
Look- Children, what
looking for future snitches.
There's still people.
Yeah, there are still people.
They still have recognizable behavioral patterns.
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Are you in the children like
can actually
department?
get them in trouble.
You're in the children department.
Intelligence
the
Agency,
children,
the CIA.
You're the children department of the spies, bro.
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah.
wait, you're telling me I actually spy for people by getting close to their children, so I have
Yeah.
a reason to interview their parents during a PTC?
That's exactly what it is.
Knowing also knowing the school that you taught
Yeah.
for.
What was the school that he taught for?
It's
You don't have to
in
say the
the-
name. Something.
That's it. Man.
Right.
Chaya Bangsa Classical
Whoa,
School.
whoa,
It's a school in
Are we
Manila.
supposed to
whoa,
blur?
whoa, whoa,
But
whoa,
anyway.
I mean, you don't
whoa.
work there anymore. You don't live there anymore.
We can bleep that.
No, also the same thing
but-
We
as
can
like
bleep that.
okay, because you taught at the school that I grew up in.
Oh,
Yeah.
bit of a.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doxing myself, but also like, who cares?
Yeah, pretty sure that's a coincidence because I taught there since I was desperate, trying to find a job thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Ugh.
And then you told me like, hey, why don't you apply to my school? And then
Right.
I did, and then I got accepted. No spy stuff.
Yeah,
right?
we applied
Yeah.
for the same position,
Yeah.
by the way.
Right,
You applied,
right.
but we both applied to be
You applied
history
to the
teacher.
school too?
Yeah, I got to school too.
Oh,
I'm pretty
I
sure
did.
you apply for the high school teacher, and I apply for the junior high school position.
Yeah, that's fair. But, like,
kind of. But anyway,
but they
Wait, are
didn't
you
take
saying
me.
are you saying teaching is like any other job where anyone can apply?
well, that depends on the school.
Well, they definitely rejected me. I think it's
Oh.
because I was too progressive, or either that, or I was asking for too high a salary.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Not even I can guess it's probably not even that high to begin with. what you're asking wasn't even that high.
Yeah.
I would
I'll just say the salary that I ask for is, I think, just a little lower around how much you're paid right now, or like
Right
just
now, how do you know how much I'm paid?
You told me the
check out my
number, bro.
I
contract?
thought we were being paid exactly 0 at the moment because we're unemployed.
Uh,
Up until the point you were unemployed.
yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So there you go.
Right.
Technically,
Anyways,
I'm still getting
dreams.
paid.
Yeah. So that one doesn't work too because some reasons.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I decided I don't know what to do with my life up until my high school, until this moment. I decided I want to study international relations like you do
Okay.
for 3 reasons: suits, terrorist, and math. Why? So when I was in high school, I joined this debate club, right? And the
Is this like MUN or something?
No.
Hell
Wait.
no.
It's called
Is it World Scholars
We
Cup?
Debate
as
is
a
not
podcast,
MUN.
Disavow MUN.
Debate is
Whoa.
not MUN, bro.
I was MUN.
Yeah, me too.
so was I.
So I was in high school.
Debate is not MUN.
So I was in high school. I
Better.
was joining debate competitions, and I was like doing it without sleep, and I was like looking like crap. My friends looks like crap. We're all tired.
Yeah.
And then when we were sitting and waiting for the grand announcement, comes some high schoolers all dressed up in suits. Looks really nice, smells really nice, looks like they never struggled a single second in their life. And I was like, oh, what sort of competition are you hailing from? And I was doing a little bit digging. Oh, it's MUN.
Oh.
And then I was like, wow, you people.
You people.
All right.
The royal you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you are so well dressed. Like you're so well, what do you call it? Groomed. Like you're so well groomed.
Basically, yeah.
And you're so fancy. And you
Arias
speak.
type, basically.
And you speak such an eloquent way. And I was like, I remember, I want to be like that. So what do they study? Oh, IR. Fine. That's number 1. Number 2, about terrorists. It was 2014.
Terrorists?
Yeah, it was 2014. Remember, it has nothing to do with me
ISIS.
being a spy. I mean,
Right.
wanting to be a spy or whatever.
Sure.
Come on. Right. So
ISIS.
that was 2014. ISIS is rising up. And I was like trying to find out.
Did you want to
like,
join them?
No. All right. Confused face again. But I was like trying to find out, like, what's the deal? What do you want to do? What you gotta do?
Right.
And the most important position, because when I find out that there are no math in international relations,
No maths.
I'm sold.
That was a lie too. I was sold on the exact same.
Yeah,
I was sold on the
yeah.
exact
There's
same
math in
premise.
IR.
There's a well.
There's 2 maths in IR. There's microeconomics, which is basically like
right.
accounting adjacent,
Right.
and the worst math of all,
Statistics.
Statistics.
Oh, there's
Right.
statistics
Yeah.
too. That's-
SPSS anjing.
Yeah, we got statistics too.
So
Yeah,
that's why
I
I'm not a
totally forgot.
spy. I'm bad at math. Okay, spy's supposed to be very, very smart. They call it intelligence agency, not dumbing agency.
Yeah, right.
Dumbass agency.
All right,
Yeah, that's a DIA, bro.
That's what that was an alternate name for ourselves as well, wasn't it? Dumbass agency.
Oh,
Dumbass agency.
Department
It
of Dumbasses, or whatever.
Department of Dumbasses.
Okay.
The DOD.
Yeah.
Department of
So-
Dumbasses. I think they called them.
What? We can't hear you, man. You're gonna have to say it to the mic, bro.
I guess we'll never know.
Oh,
right.
that's too bad.
But
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, study IR, COVID happens. My dream to become that's very, very fancy diplomats are also dashed. Ended up being a teacher, and then ended up being unemployed once again.
Wait.
But that's totally normal.
can I-
It
can I-
happens.
can I ask you
Yeah, sure.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated.
High school or uni?
Uni.
I graduated officially on paper in the year 2020.
Oh, same as me
The
then. Yeah.
year of our Lord.
Same.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Did you not? Did you apply to CPNS for the diplomat stuff?
Well, they don't open that position during that year, and when they do,
It was in the middle of COVID.
right.
You have to
And
remember.
when they do have position open, I already signed a contract with the school. So me trying to fulfill my promise, I said nope. Even though I want to do these promises. I promise I want to work there for a year before I renew my contract. So bye diplomats. Hello, being a teacher and teaching history.
I think
And I like
Can
history.
I interject?
Sure.
Because I also wanted to be a diplomat. That was the dream that I had after architect, doctor.
Same brain cell.
Yeah. Because around the same time also doctors and other exact sciences, they
Right.
have to do maths.
Right.
I'm bad at this stuff.
Right.
I want to do all the other stuff that doesn't have to do
Yeah.
anything to do with maths. And also my aunt was notably also a diplomat, and I got to see she's a diplomat. I got to see her travel the world, New York, London.
Fantastic.
Florida.
That's
That's
fantastic.
so interesting because
and
That's
Tennessee.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was but it looked
Everywhere,
it was
man.
so fucking cool. It
Everywhere.
seemed like the job was just
Right,
travel
right,
around
right.
and
Yeah.
look really nice
They
in
look
suits.
really nice.
So
and
I was
everything.
I also wanted to go to school for international relations. Obviously, none of them accepted me.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, why?
My second, I remember I had the second option was to go into law, which I eventually did. That was
No
that was
way.
my major.
That's my second choice too.
But I went into law because I figured I could try and aim to be a diplomat after I graduate, because that's also a possibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and if that didn't work out, I can use my degree to work in other law-related fields. Never happened.
No. Wait, didn't you used to be a lawyer at some point though, or did you used to
Briefly.
work in law at some point?
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
I initially, I'll get to that
Right.
later, but I, on the path to try and become a diplomat, I also applied to my CPNS, and I applied. This is the test to get into any civil servant position,
Right. SKD.
including diplomat.
Uh-huh.
I went to it. I filed everything. I did the tests,
Uh-huh.
and I was waiting on the results of the test.
Uh-huh.
And before it came out, before I was able to check, I got accepted into See Today, which was the now defunct news organization that
Government owned
Rest
media
in peace.
company.
that I
don't
worked.
you have a See Today mug somewhere in this place? There must be.
I have a See Today jacket. I have a See Today pin.
I should have stolen
have a See Today.
a mug.
You should have.
You stole a mug.
I should have stolen
Right.
one.
Wait,
Yeah.
why
I
do I
didn't.
why do I feel like I remember seeing a See Today mug in your apartment?
Probably his.
I don't have a See Today mug. I've never had a See
I
Today mug
didn't
in my
have
life.
any.
Dog, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
Whose See Today mug did I see?
Eventually, I got accepted, and because of that, and also other reasons, I abandoned that diplomat dream. One of the other main reasons also why I abandoned the diplomat dream is also because, then this is a fact, diplomats cannot be married to a foreign national, and at the time I was dating my now wife,
They
who
cannot.
was a foreign national. This is a requirement
This is new information. to
only
me.
for diplomats. Diplomats, other civil servants, they can marry foreign nationals, but
see.
diplomats are forbidden from marrying foreign nationals. And because of that, and because I was dating
I
at
had
the
no
time,
idea.
yeah, I was dating my girlfriend at the time, who was a foreign national. She's American. I decided, and we're still dating. We're
Right.
still just girlfriends,
Alright.
girlfriend boyfriend. Just 1 year ish into the relationship,
Right, okay.
and I was like, I'm probably going to marry this girl, so I'm not going to I'm not going
Yeah.
to commit this.
Yeah.
Diplomat.
Yeah.
I'd rather commit to this lovely lady than to
that's
the
so
career
sweet.
of diplomat.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet. And
That's
honestly,
so
I think it
sweet.
sent you down a better path.
Honestly, I think
Don't
so
you
too.
love
would
your
say so.
country?
I would
But
say
anyway,
so.
I love
But
my wife
also-
more.
right. But if let's say these foreign nationals became naturalized as Indonesians, can you work?
That's
as
a good
diplomat
question.
by
That's a
then?
good
Yeah.
question. I
Right?
think if like, don't quote me on this, but
Call
probably like when if the spouse is naturalized and becomes like officially like renounce the citizenship
Yes.
of their previous country, I think that'll be you'll be able to take your oath. But I'm not sure. You gotta
But
check
there
on
you
it.
go.
Right,
also, the other
right,
point to
right.
that is, why would you want to?
You know exactly.
Why
But
would you want to abandon
one of
whatever
the
your
most
citizenship
powerful
is?
passports in the world?
Yeah,
in this
for
case.
one of the weakest passports in the world.
Honestly, though, have you seen
knows?
the amount of people who have abandoned? Not that many, but there is a specific group of folks
Yeah.
who have decided to completely abandon their foreign passports to be able to become an Indonesian national.
The football players.
The
The
football players,
yeah.
But
Yeah,
they're
I know.
they're amazing. They're fantastic.
Yeah, but they get privileged
Yeah,
treatment.
they also
That's
live in
true,
a
they do.
higher like
They do.
like
Yeah, they don't-
a
they-
strata
they-
above
That's
everyone else.
different.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Absolutely
whenever
different.
they want to go to like France or like Italy to play football, they don't have to go through like the grueling three-month process of trying to apply to a visa.
Yeah, that's so
the
true. That's so
honestly
true.
downright humiliating experience of trying to get a visa.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
you know, you throw in, okay, there's a $200 registration fee, and they're like, I'm sorry, your visa has been rejected. Your $200
Gone. That's fucked up. I hate that.
Yeah.
Right,
Also, yeah.
right.
And also, but also to say like, because I don't know this, because that might only apply to like the CPNS route of diplomat, because, or either that, or maybe it's like they recently changed the regulation. Because as far as I know, the other reason why, see, this is also similar. The other reason why also like, oh, internationalization is good is because my aunt works for the embassy for like the Indonesian embassy in Paris. But I believe the route that she took is slightly different because she took Sastra Prancis first, and then she became support staff there,
Oh,
and she's
yeah,
married
yeah.
to a Frenchman. So
Oh,
Pegawai,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Kalau nggak salah, itu what do they call
But
pegawai,
that's a
pegawai
staff.
setempat,
That's
right?
staff.
Staff.
She's a staff or she's a
so
diplomat.
yeah, I don't know the role specific. So probably support staff as opposed
Okay.
to like actual
Yeah.
diplomat.
That's
It's
interesting.
a different
Yeah.
thing. If you're like a staff in like a consulate or a
Yeah.
Right.
embassy,
Yeah.
it's different from being like an actual like sworn in diplomat.
Yeah.
I think we all have that in common, where we've kind of strayed away from our original, and I think it is
Exactly.
very common as well. So let me tell you a bit of a story, because I don't know if many of you know this. I actually graduated from university with a degree in transport product design.
I knew about the product design, not the transport part.
Product design, and I became and
Like cars.
like
Can
cars.
you
Yeah,
tell us
yeah, yeah.
what that is?
So transport product design, we basically designed
Transport.
products.
No way.
No way. I know.
No way.
Lion.
Your mind was blown. Absolutely
Right.
blown.
So
right?
so you design trucks or
Something like that. Yeah, trucks, cars, trains, airplane interiors specifically. Lots of
Wow.
experience design. But that was just one of the several things that we could touch on. Because after I realized that I couldn't become a race car driver, because we come from a country where being a race car driver means you have to be extremely rich
Yeah.
and
or
connected,
extremely
right?
connected.
Or
I
own
feel
KFC.
like in every
Or
country
own
that's the
KFC.
case though.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
I ended up wanting to be like an engineer for a Formula One team
There you go.
someday in the future.
I see.
And then I somehow stumbled upon in the midst of my internship here. I somehow stumbled upon this little known gig called journalism, and you might have heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's where the money is.
it's where the money is, man.
That's where
Oh,
the
you
money
have no
is.
idea.
Wow. You gotta be very, very rich if you're
Yeah.
a journalist.
Absolutely
That's
safe.
That's why we are
job
all
field.
rich and employed.
Yeah.
Right. Completely
Amazing.
safe.
Amazing.
That's
And,
a joke because we're
You
broke.
want job security?
and
Be a
unemployed.
journalist.
Yeah,
Right.
100%. Be a journalist in a developing country at that as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the best place to be a journalist.
Right.
Completely safe, reliable money.
Right.
Nothing endangering.
Especially if you criticize the government.
Yeah, they love
People
you for
will
that.
love
Yeah,
you.
they
You
do.
Yeah,
you
honestly.
will get
Be a
awarded.
journalist
You
in a
will
You'll
get
get a
awarded.
raise.
State. Nothing
Right.
can go wrong.
There you go.
Investigative
Immedi-
journalist.
immediately
It's like a
promote you to
celebrity.
producer.
Yeah,
Right?
insane.
Insane.
Wait, can you tell me why you didn't like if you didn't why you didn't get a job in like a production design related field
Well,
prior
that's a
to
good
journalism?
question because I actually did do work as an interior designer for a while as well. Like I think it must have been 7 or 8 months.
Interior designer
So
for
is that like an
like a
internship?
house?
It was an internship. Yeah.
Wait, interior designer for is this like a living space interior designer?
Living space, retail.
Oh.
I also did. I didn't do factories, but I did retail. I did basically retail and private spaces.
How was that?
I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, wow.
I felt like I've always had like a creative brain, right?
No, it's good. It's good.
From before I was born. If you ask my mom,
Before he was born.
yeah, I was playing the violin
Inside the womb.
Yeah,
Tends to happen.
yeah,
Yeah, they were
Many such
they were
cases.
doing an ultrasound on you. Damn, bro's playing a symphony.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Goodness.
My first
Is that
word,
Beethoven?
my first word was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
You said it exactly like that.
Exactly like that.
You fumbled it a bit.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. No, and then I was always into performance. I did musicals in high school.
Yeah.
and in uni as well.
Forgot you were a theater kid.
Yeah, man, big time.
Yeah.
Massive theater kid.
Theater kid.
You were a theater kid? I didn't know
I was
that.
a theater kid. Yeah,
That explains so much.
Theater
There
kid,
you
bro.
go.
Right.
bro, brother.
I'm not a theater. Oh,
And so,
Get
Go
out of
home.
here.
Get out.
Yo,
Get out, Kim.
come
You're
on.
Fired from the podcast.
Go be an astronaut, Kim. Honestly, we don't need
The
your
T in TNF is theater kid.
Theater
Normal
kid.
folks.
normal folks, man. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and then somehow when I got into TV journalism in particular, that really enabled me to flex. I sound so corporate right now.
Is this a
this
LinkedIn
enabled
post?
me to flex my creative skills to create content.
To maximize value for
Time.
shareholders.
Maximize value
Value
for
for-
shareholders and to maximize value for our viewers.
As
for
well
our
as
audience.
aligns to your potential to growth.
Exactly. And which
Yeah.
aligns our
Wow.
potential to growth to become a news anchor, which I
Right.
ended up becoming anyway
And
in 2020.
Maximizing the
2024.
states and efficiency for
Yeah.
like.
achieving
I'm
sustainable
trying to come up
development
with
goals.
LinkedIn lingo right now, and I can't. Thank God, though.
SDGs,
for
bro.
personal
SDGs.
growth.
For personal growth.
For personal growth and for to enrich the lives of our audience with valuable eye-opening news about Indonesia,
Yeah.
Southeast
No,
Asia.
I'm just
and the
imagining.
world.
I'm just imagining him coming out of the womb, and it's already got the LinkedIn open to work.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh yeah.
That was in the
Big time.
ultrasound.
Right.
That was on the ultrasound. It just says open to work.
Open to work.
Damn.
Ready? He's ready to be the cog
Right.
in the machine.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is the best platform for your mental health.
It is.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. It's amazing.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I love it.
LinkedIn is where you will actually love
Slash
yourself and
Yeah.
accept you for
Yeah.
who you are, and you don't compare yourself
Yeah.
to any other.
It's like a
people.
dating app, basically.
Yeah,
Oh
big time.
my God.
Big time. In fact,
Dating apps only bolster your self-confidence.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Your self-worth through the roof.
yo, man,
Exactly.
it's insane. It's absolutely nuts.
It's
Right.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, apparently we are not the only ones. Can you believe it? We're not the only ones who don't work in the same place or in the same field that we studied.
I can't believe it, bro.
Isn't that crazy?
I feel like
Right,
everyone
right,
goes.
right.
I
Insane.
thought
They work in
everyone
the
knew
exact
exactly
same-
what they were going to do
I know,
the
I know.
moment they graduated high school.
Right. I
As
thought
it
there's
turns
a
out.
18
pipeline
years
for
old, your
career.
brain's done,
Yeah.
bro.
I've got
First jobs.
my first job.
Actually,
my first job.
I think before first jobs, like
That's a good question.
internships, because I feel like
The-
internships
yeah,
is
basically the bridge between your college and
No,
Yeah.
because my first job was actually before I became an intern. I was a waiter at a sushi restaurant.
no,
cool.
that's cool,
Right.
bro.
you made
Yeah,
sushi
yeah.
for white
Service.
people.
Right.
No, I didn't make
right.
sushi for white people. I brought white people their sushi.
And then you scream "mase mase" every day.
Mase,
You say it back. Do you say it back when I say it to you?
Yeah, I always say it back because I want to appreciate.
What do you say back? What do you say back?
I say "mase mase" to you too.
Right back at you, dog.
Mase mase, mbae mbae. Get it?
I
Get it? Okay, I need friends.
I worked.
Yeah,
I worked at a sushi restaurant. Here's what that taught me about professional
Oh my gosh.
relationships, bro. Here's my LinkedIn post, man.
Are you humble to be
Number
blessed?
one.
How was it though? Actually?
Number one, be friendly to every face you meet. You never know who could
Wow.
give you their a future.
Yeah, someone's a
step
CEO
into
in
the
disguise.
industry.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
exactly.
But how-
Number two,
You might meet your first funder.
you might meet your first founder, your first funder. Exactly.
Yeah.
Number two,
Brings back the day.
always make sure the sushi is fresh before you hand it out.
How do you have control over that?
Yeah, man. I thought you.
I thought you just brought the sushi.
Because the first thing we do is we have to
you taste it?
look at the sushi and we have to make sure that it's fresh.
And
Bro, sniffing it.
Yeah, we give it a little lick as well.
all right,
The
that
lick
it's
and
fresh.
sniff test.
That's
a
not true, by the
joke,
way. I didn't
right?
do that.
Right.
No. But what was the question that you asked? You asked me something, but it's just completely gone to history.
Did
now.
I? Did I?
No, you're basically your transition from college to work. Basically, your first job
Yeah,
experience. in
that
your
that
field.
was it. That was it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you were
That was
asking
before. That was before.
Uh huh.
What do you mean?
yeah.
That was it. Like my
no.
first ever job.
Are we talking
like-
about official?
No, but
job?
but I think officially your first internship.
Or like-
No, the reason why I want to use. No, I keep waving with my mic. The reason why I want to say internship is because that's the first time you experience what it is
Right.
actually like to work and be in the field that you
Yeah,
study.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true. That's true.
So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you, it's probably interior design.
It
For
was
you, it's
interior
probably
design,
your.
yeah.
Can we talk about your time in the?
Are we allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, in
the
the
National
All right,
Intelligence
right,
Agency.
right. No.
bin.
No,
Bro, I for 6 months I
Bin,
was
in the bin.
interning as tukang bakso.
Oh, with a very suspect radio.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually interning at. The official name is.
You were interning.
I were interning. Thank
You-
you for
you were
the
interning.
grammar,
You
Grandpa. All right. It was in Lambaga Ketahanan Nasional.
Oh,
Lemhanas.
Whoa,
the
whoa,
National
whoa.
Defense.
Oh, really? You interned at
No,
Lemhanas?
not defense. National
The National
Resilience.
Resilience
Lemhanas,
Institute. That's what it is.
Right?
Our office.
That's right next
old
to our
was
office.
Right next to
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
Our
yeah.
former office.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Way.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Way.
way.
Yeah.
Really?
Going with man.
With the Sukarno
Merdeka
statue.
Selatan,
That's the
Merdeka
one.
Selatan.
That's
right,
the
right.
one. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
in view of Monas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
it's right in front.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just like Merdeka Squares, where all like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
big
Yeah.
government, the state-owned corporations.
How was that?
All the cronies, bro. That's
Yeah,
where
bro.
That's where they work.
How was that?
Amina,
See today.
Garuda.
We're
Well,
not see today anymore.
Right.
RP.
My job
Telcom.
is to assist in the administrative efficiency of the government-related research, and basically I deliver letters.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you can remember what your like,
Yeah.
What did
what
you
your
learn?
canned response
Yeah.
is
Well-
when they ask you, they're like, "Oh, what do you do at Lambangan Pertahanan Nasional?"
Ketahanan Nasional.
Okay, sorry, Ketahanan.
Huge
no.
difference. Okay.
Resilience.
My bad.
Right. So basically, delivering letters, writing, helping events, committeeing, and what do you call it? We tend to call it notaris. So if there's a seminar, I'm the one who like.
meeting minutes.
All right. I'm
Not
the one.
to
Ooh.
Not to let, not notaris.
Notaris, bro. That's a
Wow.
notary, bro.
Right. Sorry.
You're making
Pardon my
deeds.
language. All right. So yeah, not
You were an
to
attaché. The cool language is you were an attaché.
Attaché.
Really?
But
Yeah, you were an
Right,
attaché
right.
to like what, a
Right.
lieutenant colonel or something.
No, it's major general.
Oh! Wow!
That's
no,
actually
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Technically,
We're sitting with royalty, man.
well, I just like everyone who requires something from me, I'll just do it. Major generals, colonels, lieutenant colonels, lieutenants, captains,
Yeah.
civilians. I'll do everything. You know, you're interning.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
supposed to demand too much about it,
Yeah.
right? You're an intern.
Sure.
You're supposed to learn and grow to your fullest potential.
Right.
And
Yeah.
to prepare you for a bright future. I'm just
Bro got
making-
really familiar with
Yeah,
the photocopy
honestly.
machine.
Did you
Right,
get, did you
right.
get paid? That answers that.
Well,
That answers that.
Hey, I get paid in invaluable experience.
Experience.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Did you even get a stipend?
The experience, not only the experience,
okay.
but also the connections, bro.
Real.
Yeah, the connections.
Yeah,
The invaluable connections you make
Soft
during
skills.
unpaid internships.
Right.
These
You're learning soft
These are
skills.
the intangible.
I know. But yeah. Doesn't make me a spy though. So,
No.
Sure.
All right, I
course.
get it, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you, Arya? What's your first like?
My
Official
first.
Yeah. Did you ever intern at like a law firm?
Oh yeah. Well, before that,
Give everyone coffee. That kind of
I
deal.
actually didn't get to that. I think. But anyway, Similar to you, I've had like gigs and stuff like that. You know, paid work prior to an internship. That was mostly like in like related to like my time as a debater. So you know, I would one of the first like steady paid gigs that I had was as a debate coach.
A debate coach.
Coach for like a high school team.
You got paid to
How,
do that?
how,
Yeah,
did
I
you,
get
how,
that.
how do you
Damn.
coach people to debate? You suck at debating.
You don't know, man. There's
Bro,
layers
he
to
doesn't,
this shit.
he doesn't know about the handbook, bro. The handbook.
There's a debate
That one
handbook.
Australian handbook that everyone in like the Asian debating
The
community uses.
math handbook.
I didn't have
The
that.
math.
Debater. You
The
were a master
math
debater.
handbook.
But basically, yeah, I got the job from like another senior who was teaching there, but then they had to stop, so they gave it to me, and so I taught there. That was like my first like thing that got me paid. It was like I want to say it was like 200K a week or per session. I can't remember, but like it was one session a week, I believe. But like
Right.
that was the first thing. But then you know, I had 2 internships in college in my field.
At the same time?
No. One and then the other.
Okay.
The first one I did because it was like the one that is required for you to do.
Right,
Because obviously
yeah.
it's usually part of like the curriculum. You have to do an internship to pass, basically.
Right.
Now, what I did for that is I interned in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
Let's go.
that's
Wow.
what I wanted because that I'm still on the diplomat path. I feel like, all right, this is I want to see how it is and whether I like it or not. And I interned there for like a semester.
Yeah.
And just like you, like we were
Right,
basically
right.
like glorified like office boys.
Right.
Like we
Yeah.
shadowed them during meetings
Yep.
and
Right,
we took some
right,
notes
right,
and then
right.
like we printed things and read
Right.
things and then you know corrected some of
Letters,
them, letters,
you know,
whatever, yada,
spellings,
yada,
whatever.
yada.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
just like busy work, you know. To the point where you're like, am I actually really working here? You know, what am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't get paid, obviously. No stipend, obviously.
Are you supposed to get paid for internship though?
Sometimes you
Yeah.
get what's officially the industry is called a stipend. It's basically just pocket money
Yeah.
for like your transportation
Oh.
fee
Yeah.
and like your lunch fee. But even then, it's usually like pennies.
Yeah.
Credit-
It's like nowhere near close to like what you need to like live on.
But yeah.
Credit where it's due to the first place that I interned in. They actually paid me in Indonesia.
Yeah, really?
They actually paid me like.
Was it like a livable wage?
Like UMR.
Wow.
Which isn't that bad.
That's not
Honestly,
bad, actually.
That's
for an
really
internship,
good, yeah.
it's really,
That's
really
great,
That's
good.
really,
great.
as an intern,
Yeah.
ballin', bro.
Yeah.
balling, yeah.
I was
Right, right,
living the
Kinta.
high life, man.
You probably felt like you were rich as fuck.
Oh no, it was insane. It was insane. Like
I
thought-
have money for the first time in my life.
I bought a
Time to
wa-
get all the Lego sets I want.
What did you buy?
I bought a watch with my first paycheck. I still
Oh,
do,
watch?
actually.
No
Yeah.
What
yeah.
watch?
Gotta bring it out.
Completely, just absolutely burned it on a single fossil watch.
Fossil? You got a
Yeah.
fossil?
You got a fossil
Yeah.
watch. Don't you also have a fossil
I do have
watch?
a fossil too.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go. Fossil
That was a gift,
watches
though.
are great.
That was a gift. I didn't buy it.
I mean,
buy it.
you know,
Why
quartz
don't you buy?
movement.
Why don't you
Yeah.
buy?
Well, I mean, we can't all afford Rolexes, Daniel. I'm really sorry.
I don't
but-
have a Rolex.
Why don't you
So
buy
I don't-
Bitcoin
I will
with
never.
your first salary?
What?
I will never
Why don't
own a
you buy
Rolex.
Bitcoin with your first salary.
Why didn't I have a Bitcoin when I first saw it? That's a good question because I could have and I
You're
didn't.
fucking
Yes.
joking. I did.
I was.
I did get Bitcoin with my first salary.
Bro, you're rich
Whoa,
now.
you're rich now.
No, I
Yeah.
took it all out because like for what? Oh, okay, it was after the Bitcoin hype came
so you're rich
down.
now.
No, I'm not.
Bro, the Bitcoin hype hasn't stopped, man. It's still.
It's
hype.
going to the moon.
It's
And-
to the
and-
moon.
It's going to the
And
moon.
you know the next big thing, the NNFT,
The
the
NFTs.
new what did they call it?
Non-fungible
NFT.
token TVs.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And the NFTs.
This is how we are announcing our new where we're actually having like
do,
a first
yeah.
launch. Yeah, so like go in the description. There's a link to like the totally normal coin.
You can buy it and then you can spend it
Don't
on
buy
our
it.
website.
For those
Yeah,
of
what,
you
what do
who-
you call what do you call it when like a coin goes to market? There's a specific term for it where like we're going.
That's a good question. I'm gonna look it up real quick while you guys fill in the
anyway.
air.
For those of you who listens in the audio,
Initial coin offering.
Yeah, we're going an initial coin offering,
Yep,
an
that's
ICO.
good.
Daniel
Like-
does not mean it. Okay.
I don't know.
Aren't we?
I did buy Bitcoin with my first salary because I thought it was like, hey, it's good to have like a hold on to a thing. And then after like I put it there for 3 months, it did basically nothing. And like I realized that like, oh, the only reason that people buy Bitcoin is either they're incredibly rich and then they can afford to lose all their money, or they're unemployed and all they do is watch the coin go up and down. And so I'm being like, I'm not gonna waste my money on this. I'll just get fucking euros or dollars.
Do you remember how much Bitcoin you got when you first?
It was just like I just basically took like a 1 million off of my salary and being like turned it into Bitcoin and then let it sit there.
Let me take a look real
That's
quick.
probably pretty decent.
So how what year was this? Do you remember?
2021 or 22.
Oh, isn't that after the boom then?
IDR
Way after the boom, yeah.
value.
Oh.
I thought
What
the
are we
boom is
Googling
like
this?
what 2000.
Well, because I want to know.
Yeah, the
Okay.
boom is like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, so it's after. That's what I'm talking about.
What months more or less did you get it?
Bro,
Seriously.
brother's trying to calculate.
I don't know. I would say just like middle of 2021.
I mean,
I'm gonna guess June.
Let's just say early 2021 to early 2022. So basically held it on for like a year.
Bitcoin
Let me tell you now.
Yeah.
Whatever value you had, if you were to
Hold on to it?
until today,
Yeah.
BTC, if you were to hold on to it until today, it would have almost tripled.
Tripled?
So you have
That's
3
true.
million.
So there you go.
I would have 3 million.
You,
Great.
instead of 1 million, you would have had 3 million.
I would have made 2 million profit, bro.
Bro.
All the things that I could do with 2 million.
Right.
$200.
You basically
bro.
Not even
escaped the rat
$200. It's
race,
basically
man.
$150.
$150.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Dude, this-
$120.
A win is a win, bro.
Insane.
This goes to there's this one fantastic like comedian content creator
Uh-huh.
that was talking about like how financial literacy is such a scam
Yeah.
because
What?
because it's like like investing and whatever, like this is what's gonna get you out of like poverty.
Yeah, bro.
And then he's like, but you gotta get out of poverty first before that any of this
Right.
shit like even like
Right,
makes
right,
a
right.
dent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Speaking of
Uh,
which,
top tip. If you want to get out of poverty, just get out of poverty.
Yeah. You gotta you got
don't be poor.
that's
Oh my
You
God.
want to
I
get
can't
out of
say that.
poverty?
I
Find
cannot
the
say that.
nearest landowner you know.
No,
Yeah.
I am.
String him up.
I am not with him. I am not with him.
yeah, because he's a spy.
Right.
Yeah,
But
it's fine. It's a honey pot.
I want to get
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
my
yeah.
story.
He's baiting. He's
I want to
baiting.
get back to my
Yeah.
story.
He's
Yeah,
baiting,
yeah.
man. After this, you are reporting
your
in the
story
nearest
done?
Kodam, aren't
I'm
you?
one of 2 internships.
Oh, what was the second
Okay,
internship
the
then?
second internship.
Yeah.
Second internship.
That was a hell of a rabbit
I know,
hole.
right? Anyway, Ministry of Foreign Affairs did that first semester. Got my credits,
Uh-huh.
and then that's done. But I walked out of that internship basically being like, yeah, I don't know about this diplomat thing, because one of the senior diplomats like basically gave me some advice saying that if you don't love this, if you don't love doing this, if you're going after like the money or whatever, there's no money. There's no
Right,
money.
yes.
You gotta
Yeah.
want
That
you gotta
actually
want
makes
this.
sense.
You gotta
Right.
love this shit.
Uh-huh.
You gotta love doing this shit. And if your answer to that is no, like don't.
That actually makes sense.
It's a lot of
Right.
stress and it's a lot of like pressure. So like if you don't have any passion into it, like whatever this job, like don't go into
Yeah.
it. And I was like,
Because as far as I know, a lot of diplomats, a lot of what the benefits are like benefits, like where you get a lot of like
Yeah.
tax reductions,
Yeah.
but also like flights,
Yeah.
and like you get to go to nice places, and that's sort of like
nice.
the
Some
benefit.
sometimes you go to nice places. Sometimes
Yeah,
you go to bad places.
All right.
They're basically
As
on
far as-
call almost 24/7.
Yeah.
yeah. And as far as I know, like usually the track is like if you're younger, they put you in a more like vulnerable country first, right?
Uh-huh,
Where I know a lot of people were like their first posting was like to like the Middle East or North Africa or to like
That's
South
actually
America,
based.
where it's generally regarded as like a high risk country.
Uh-huh.
And then after 12 years in like the diplomatic corps, that's when they said, okay, fine, you can now go. Congratulations, you now have your first posting in Rome or some shit like that.
Yeah,
But you have to wait
yeah.
like
Right,
15
right,
years
Yeah,
to get
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
It's
There's a
like
lot
totally not.
of
Yeah.
time you need to invest before it gets good, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't go into it, expecting
Fast
that
track.
to
Yeah.
begin with.
Yeah.
So that's like I walked out of there kind of like maybe I don't want this.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want it that much. And then so that was my first internship, and then afterwards I had my second internship. Basically, like after I finished uni, and that was a friend basically referred this gave this internship to me, and it was an internship at a small South Korean based law firm. Had offices in SJBD. And basically I was what's called a student intern, even though I was basically not even a student at that point anymore. And I got paid. I got my first real salary that was somewhat substantial, but it was like a little under Jakarta minimum wage.
Yeah.
It was like probably like 4 mil or something.
So
like
I
at the
actually
time.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's not
That's,
bad.
that's for internship.
That's about the,
that's
that's about the
not
same
bad.
amount that I got paid for my internship as well.
Exactly.
Which is insane.
Bro, I
Looking
got paid
back, yeah.
half of what half
Yeah,
of
that's
y'all
nuts.
salaries.
I know it was balling because it was like a law firm. They get
Ballin'.
paid crazy, and it's like even the interns get it.
Right.
So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I did it, and basically, well, one like corporate lawyer work is, it's like brutal, man.
Right.
It's brutal, and I didn't even get like the worst part of it. Like I was the law firm that I was at was like a pretty forgiving, but it was the type of industry, and it was the type of like circle where if you were to go home, like sometimes I would bump into like some friends who are also recently getting
Right.
into like their first law firms, going home like after work. I'd be like 8-9 p.m. and I'm bumping into them like, and then the first thing they'd say to me is like, hey, already going home at this hour? It's pretty fast.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
Like blow my brains out right now. Like
Yeah.
if this is like the culture, I was like, that hit me. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, because like my ex was a lawyer, right? So like, I would like meet up with her or her friends, and they being like, yeah, I'm going back to the office because I got to pull like an all nighter, and these are like extremely prestigious Jakarta law firms. Like, what are the names? Like what AHP. And like stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
being like, oh yeah, they're working all these people like dogs, where
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
up until like 2 or 3, or sometimes barely go home at all.
Oh my
And
goodness.
the overtime isn't even what killed me, basically. What like really like convinced me that it wasn't right for me. It was like, it was that I was doing overtime, but I'm not sure what I was working for, or I wasn't sure what I was like making, basically. Well, what am I doing here that warrants me being out this late?
Right.
Like because
Yeah.
we're not.
What
we're
was
not,
the point of it all?
Yeah, we're no strangers working overtime as journalists.
Yeah, yeah,
But like
yeah,
I
yeah.
could see what I was doing. Like I understand why I'm working so
Sometimes
long.
risking our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't go that far.
I mean,
But like sometimes, yeah, sure. But like, yeah, basically I could see. The thing is, the problem that I had with that corporate work life was basically that I could never see, or I could never visualize what exactly it is I'm working for,
Yeah.
or like what
I
am I making? What's
see.
my output from this? Like sometimes I would go back home, back to my grandparents' house for like a holiday or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was like, "Yeah, I work in a law firm." And they're like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, what's the output?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like documents, I guess."
Documents.
I just file papers. I
Yeah.
just check
Yeah,
contracts
yeah.
for.
And then I was like,
I
"What
see.
the
Whatever.
is this the kind of like work I want to be in? Like,
Yeah.
do I want to invest
Yeah.
this much time in something that I don't believe I'm not proud of?" And so that was like the biggest thing that I had going out of, because I left that job with the possibility, with like the surefire possibility that they were going to basically promote me from like an intern associate to a real associate.
okay.
Like a real position with a big pay bump.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
when they offered me that, I was like, nah, I don't think I want to sign. I don't think I want to resign this.
I see.
Right.
And knowing that
That's a big risk to take.
exactly, it's a huge
honestly.
risk.
Yeah.
Knowing that I'm leaving a lot of money on the table, but like understand that I was never going to convince myself that this was something that I would like to do,
Yeah.
because like I keep like over time when I was working there for like a little over a year, and over time when I was working there, I kept trying to convince myself that
Yeah.
I'll eventually like this. I'll eventually get used to it, and I will like working this. But
Yeah.
But eventually, I got to the point that I was like, stop lying to yourself.
Right.
That's never gonna happen. You're never going
Get
to
out,
like
yeah.
learn
I
to
see.
like this. You're just you're just not built for this.
Yeah.
Some people maybe like this work, but like it's not you. So at that
Yeah.
point, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna resign. I'm going to try and do my own thing, where I can work on something and actually be proud of it. And eventually, like, it did lead me to the work that I was proud of, being a journalist. Even though that
being in front of TV.
yeah, in front of TV, in front of the camera all the time.
Yeah.
In front and behind the camera, I must say.
Oh yeah, that's
Exactly.
true. That's true. You were working dual roles, man.
It came after
That's-
a pretty long period of unemployment, but but like
That's okay.
I feel like I
That's-
don't regret that part
That's
of my
fantastic.
life.
Yeah.
We all have our own journeys, right?
Right.
And honestly, credit where it's due to you, Arya, for like finding the courage to just
Yeah.
look at something that you were absolutely comfortable with and have been comfortable with over the last, say, 3-4 years through uni and like, however long it was through internship, and being like, you know what, I don't want to take this. I want to try
Yeah.
something new and see where that see where that lands.
I didn't fall victim to the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
it.
If anything, you left a lot of money on the table, and then you dumped a lot more of your money on like
Yeah, I'm
an
sure.
indie film.
There was a lot of like missed profits that you could have taken had you stayed
Yeah.
in law.
All
as
that money I
opposed
could have
to-
put into Bitcoin.
Yeah, man. All that money.
I could have put all my
Right.
my
You could
money.
have tripled your money, bro.
Triple.
all
bro.
that money you could have made defending corrupt business people, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All that
Yeah.
cash. Instead,
Allowing
So much.
South
you
Korean
went into-
conglomerates to
you went into journalism to make only just above
minimum
regional
wage.
minimum wage.
For your impact.
Insane.
That's messed up.
Insane.
Right.
All the South Korean companies I could have defended
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly.
and made
And
bank
instead,
off.
now you're on like presidential campaign trails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Oh well, not even that. Now I'm on a podcast.
now you're on a podcast. There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
A podcast
Internship.
run by 4 people, 3 of whom are currently jobless. Hit me up at premeski@outlook.com if you have any job.
That's going around, the joblessness. Going around.
Yeah. It is.
Right.
It is actually surprisingly. I think at the moment I've got some stats for you guys.
Stats. Give me the stats.
Give me the
What's the
stats.
stats?
I got some stats. Underemployment, as of February 2025, accounted for 8% of all workers. 8%.
Jeez.
And this was only in February, by the way. It is now July.
Is this in
saying
Indonesia
it's-
This is
or
in Indonesia. Yeah.
You're saying it's increased.
8%?
8% underemployment.
You're saying
Wow.
it's increased then?
So is it underemployment or unemployment?
Underemployment. I want to
Underemployment.
make that distinction because unemployment and underemployment are different things, right?
That's
because
true.
Apparently, unemployment as of February of 2025 was actually 4.76, which is down compared to February 2024. But with that being said, there has been a rise in underemployment and unemployment over the last few months. So we'll see how the number goes as we reach what's the very corporate term of at the end of Q2.
Oh, at the end of the quarter?
or the end of Q3
Year on year?
2025, which is going to be sometime in September.
Like the end of the fiscal year?
No. The end of Q3, the third quarter.
I do not know what that is. Thankfully, I don't need to know those terms.
All my corpo bros know exactly what I'm talking
Corpos.
about.
The
Yeah.
corpos.
Or in cyberpunk, man.
Just to give you another context. 25%, almost 26% actually worked part time, which is less than 35 hours a week, including voluntary part timers. While the broader trend, I should say, is that over 59% of workers remain in the informal sector.
So gigs. You're talking about the gig economy.
Pretty much the gig economy. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Like
and
Gojek drivers.
Yeah.
and 50% of graduates work outside of their field of study.
50%?
50%?
So it's not
God, I
just
thought
the
it was
four of us.
special.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
That's
100%
really
in this
insane.
room, apparently.
That's You see, I think that's interesting because I believe those numbers are unprecedented, right?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I didn't
no.
go that far into the research. If you're watching and you can give us some more context, please do. But go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that number is unprecedented because like if you just take like our parents' generation where you graduate, maybe you have a year or two of like trying to find out what field of work, and then
Right, yeah.
then you go into a trade or you go into a job, and then you basically just like stay in that job for the next 25 years.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how unbelievable that is to us right now? Being
It's
like,
insane.
It is.
Yeah,
It
staying
is.
at
It
a
is.
single job for 30 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and like a lot of people like shit on our generation, being like, yeah, you kids just like, you can't hold down a job. Being like,
No.
what do you mean hold down a job? I've been through like, if we're just gonna talk about, I feel like there's been like at least 3 layoff cycles since the pandemic started. Right? There's like the layoff cycle of the pandemic itself, and then there's like the tech crash, and then there's probably one coming around the corner again.
Not to mention the media crash.
Yep.
And whatever, exactly. So it'd be like, what do you mean I
thing.
can't hold down a job? No one will keep me. Everyone just keeps like shoving it off.
Yeah.
And if the thing is like, if the job came with like substantial like raises, or like you see yourself like with like clear upward mobility in that job, it consistently rewards you for staying that long.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people would stay, but like the thing is like I can only speak for like the work in media.
Yeah.
Everyone in media knows that the only way for you to get substantial raises is for you to jump ship like constantly every like 2-3 years.
100%.
Get it into a different different media company every 3 years, because
that was the hack.
That's the only way for you to get any decent like pay bump, because otherwise you're gonna stay into the same company for like 3-4 years and not notice a single thing decent happening to your career.
Yeah, it's exactly.
This sounds really personal for you, by the way. It sounds like you've experienced this quite a lot.
I mean, we've experienced this. We've experienced this personally.
I also know this from like talking to, because I know a bunch of people who were like work as like programmers at like Gojek and Tokopedia, which is now the same Goto group. Stupid name, by the way. But
go to. Where do you want to go to?
Go to. Apparently, it's going down the toilet. If you're following up with the recent stats.
Oh no.
No, but like a lot of the people who work at
down the toilet. That's funny.
Gojek and Tokopedia and Shopee, a lot of them are like, they're programmers. They work at like back end development or sometimes front end development, and most of them are like, why would I? The only way they get upward mobility if they get hired by like a competing firm. Basically, like they get like talent stolen, or whatever the term is called.
Poached.
There you go. Yeah, the only way they're actually going to get upward mobility, because as far the way they look at it is being like, why do I want to dedicate the next 6 years of my life, becoming like a product manager or like a high performing backend developer, when I know that at the end of the cycle, just some guy who had like ex McKinsey experience is just going to be hired to be my manager anyways, which is, I feel like the standard hiring practice here, especially for like tech firms, like being like, immediately there, if there's like a mid-level or even like a mid to high level management opening, they're being like, hire someone who used to work for McKinsey,
who graduated
or the Big
from,
Four,
who graduated from Harvard,
or like
Ivy League.
Ivy League college, or like a UK based college, or like NUS graduate, worked for McKinsey for 3 years. Hire them immediately. What are their skills? Hire them immediately.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like the thing is, it's not that Gen Z can't hold down a job. It's that loyalty no longer pays.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Right. No, not
what
exactly.
benefits, right?
Yeah, it's like I personally, as like a Gen Z or like a zillennial, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing the same job in like a very stable environment.
Yeah.
Like, as long as like year on year, I get like a decent. There's like a pathway to promotion. I get a decent pay bump every year or so. Like, so I can like keep at least keep up with inflation, or just like continue to have like a better standard of living.
Right.
But that doesn't happen for like jobs that are available to Gen Z, because either the company absolutely like disintegrates, or they just don't have that as like built in to their like corporate ladder.
Not to mention, we don't exactly have the best worker protection.
No, don't get me started on that.
Don't get me started on worker
That's a
protection.
whole thing.
To be a European employee.
Oh, you have no
Oh my
idea.
god, man!
I
salivate reading on like 3-month vacations.
Honestly,
can I
paid overtime?
A 30 days of holidays, even 20 days, I'd be like, oh my god, it's insane.
Can I say something?
What do you want to say?
This is where you're going.
Do you want to go down a rabbit hole, or do we want
not a rabbit hole?
You want to.
The reason why I work for the company I work today is because they had those benefits.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they're
4-day work week.
It wasn't 4-day work week when we initially started. We went there for briefly, but then we went back to a 5-day work week. But we have like this workaround policy. It was like, it's a 5-day work week, but like we have a no meetings on Friday policy.
Oh yeah.
So we can Friday's still a work day, but like you don't have to like show up in meeting, because we're a fully remote office.
Which is why you're here on a Thursday, working on a podcast instead of.
Yeah, is today Thursday? I thought
It
today
is
was a
Thursday.
Friday.
It's Thursday.
Shit, yeah.
Oh well. They
Anyways,
don't need to know. It's not like we're recording it or
they
anything.
will know. They will know. I just
Right.
I just
What
don't
me-
schedule meetings on Thursdays.
What's the name of the place where you work at?
I don't know if I want to share that actually.
Yeah, I don't think we
okay.
should.
Yeah.
Or, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not one of those things that we
I'll,
want to
I'll
share.
think about it and then
openly.
go.
Yeah.
But like initially, because I was like, this is how much I salivated at this job just because like
Yeah.
basically I was treated like shit up until being like, oh my god, 28 days of leave a year. And then it's like, oh, on top of the 28 days of leave a year, there's like, oh yeah, we have like a 2-week Christmas holiday to go back home, and then we also have like a 12-day, what do you call it? A 12-day floating national holiday thing. So like, we get 1 day off a month for any national holidays you have, basically. And then on top of that, they had like, oh, you also get like 1 free therapy session a month. And I'd be like, immediately, I'm gonna sign up for this job. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get this job. Thankfully, I did.
Okay.
And now I get to brag about it.
It's-
But okay, no, it's also interesting the fact that like me saying that is a brag.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
boy,
yeah,
does he brag about it. Boy, does he brag about
Yeah,
it.
I got
And those
think-
therapy sessions have been doing wonders. You don't need therapy anymore now.
No,
You're fixed.
It's great.
You're fixed, bro.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Wow.
The most mentally stable person I know.
Insane.
I
Yeah.
definitely don't make rash decisions. Definitely don't make rash decisions that have months-long implications.
We're gonna say
That's
that for another
definitely why I
episode,
didn't
aren't we?
start going to the
Right,
gym.
right. Keep
Yeah.
it for the
Yeah.
next episode, right?
No. But seriously, I think I have to say you are, as somebody from and not just somebody who doesn't have like a formal job at the moment, but somebody who used to have jobs where our purpose was either to enrich somebody, ultimately to enrich somebody,
That's true.
or to provide a service that enriches somebody else.
Yeah.
But basically speaking, I think one of the great things about working at I don't want to say the specific company name.
Yeah,
but for
you don't have to say the specific company name, but what I do work for is an NGO.
It is a non-profit.
Yeah,
the great thing about the
yeah.
non-profit is that
It's
you
a human rights
actually-
organization as
You
well.
actually work for a specific cause that ultimately has great things that ultimately aims to bring benefit to humanity, if you will, as opposed to I got the moment I stepped into a corporate job, I got disillusioned real quickly.
How so?
Same, yeah.
And because I was like, okay, I'm doing this particular task. I'm not gonna say which job it is. It's not See Today, by the way, but I'm not gonna say which job it is. But I worked for a corporation, and I was like, okay, sure, I get through this thing, but ultimately, what I'm doing is lining the pockets of the one person who owns this company. And so, and
I understand that, yeah.
And a part of me, it didn't sit right with me. You know what I mean?
I
It was
see.
like, yeah, I'm kind of getting like the sprinkles,
The crumbs.
the crumbs. But
Yeah.
this guy, he gets the sundae. He gets the whole,
The whole
dessert
buffet.
bar.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
And
the Monday.
yeah, exactly. I get the Monday. He gets the
gets the
weekend. He gets the Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I just get like the little bits.
Yeah.
I
see.
You know what I mean?
I have a story that kind of lines up with yours as well, if you want.
Do share, but very, very briefly.
Wait,
I
Kim,
know.
I will
you said you
time
want to say something?
10
no.
minutes.
Oh fuck, we're done. No, yeah, because like so that disillusionment came through my internship.
Okay.
Where, I'm just gonna say I worked for like a non-profit that was like attached to the U.S. Embassy here.
Okay.
It's called USINDO. We work on building people-to-people connections, bilateral people-to-people connections between the United States and Indonesia. Basically, what I
That
did.
sounds really cool.
I know it sounds really cool when you realize the job is just like for 13 months. For 11 months, I sat in office writing mostly emails and stuff like that. And like, yeah,
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's so fun. It was so invigorating,
Yeah.
just sitting
Yeah.
in an office chair. And occasionally, on a good day, on lunch break, I get to go downstairs and buy chimol and like kabung kacang.
Yum.
That's actually
That's giving me whiplash right now. That's
right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I would sit in my stupid cubicle for so long doing fuck all. I'd learn the most like
Mundane things.
random things.
Yeah.
I learned to
I
like
see.
make origami and shit like that because I was so
Yeah.
bored.
I
Go
see.
ahead.
Yeah.
The best thing the best time was when I got to meet like because I was obsessed with like, again, growing up obsessed with like planes and ships. I got to meet the United States chief of the chief naval officer.
Naval chief.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
the naval chief.
And you're telling me you're not a spy? How often do
Yeah.
you visit the U.S. Embassy, Daniel?
No, yeah, but like I also understand what you meant by crumbs, because basically
Ah.
what I did was like, we see building people to people connection. I
Yeah.
basically
Right.
like a bunch of like rich Indonesians wanted to meet a bunch of like rich Americans, and they
Yeah.
would build
Yeah,
like
yeah.
things,
Yeah.
and then basically I would go to like some fancy smanchy hotel, and I'd be like, I had to make sure like their name cards were correct, and I had to like basically like prepare like, if you had like a job making sure people's sushis were fresh,
Right.
I had to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
go call catering, make sure it was the
I see.
best catering. I have
The
to call like
best.
Plataran,
Right.
call Plataran Menteng to make sure they get all the food. Is it vegan friendly? Anyone dietary restrictions?
I kind of want to say something a little bit contradictory, but after you.
Yeah, but yeah, basically I did that, and basically like chauffeuring, or like no, what's the word? Like I was a liaison officer for a bunch
The
of like
liaison,
American
yeah.
Right,
officers,
right,
and
right.
they would be like, of course they would do like, oh, let's meet like this, this academic, and like I will also meet like this leader of like the non-profit like NGO here. But then that was on the Tuesday, and on the Wednesday we'd meet like, oh, the head of like Kelapa Sawit Owners Association,
Right, right.
and then they would also like, and I don't want to boast, but I got to meet some like Indonesian bigwigs as well, like
I see.
leader of like conglomerates and stuff, because they were like on the board of directors of our organization, and all that I would do basically, they would just be like, make sure their name tags were spelled correctly, and then on a good day, bro, talking about crumbs, on a good day,
Right.
maybe they would have like a fancy like dinner. And then we'd be like, oh, we over ordered on the catering.
Yeah.
We'd box that up and we bring
Yeah.
it to the office. We get to have like fancy hotel, like very, very like hotel chef food for like.
That sounds like a
that,
good day, actually.
Yeah, that was
it
the
still
good-
sounds like
yeah.
a good day to
Yeah,
me.
it
Yeah.
was a good
What
day.
does that say to where I'm standing in my career right now?
Yeah, sometimes we go, oh yeah, we get to bring like, those little like bottle of like expensive orange juice from hotels, and be like, oh, we're eating today,
living the high life.
literally eating good today, and then being like, damn, what the fuck?
No, but I think it says
see.
a lot about how annoyed we can be about the fact that a lot of these people have so much money, and we're just like,
Yeah, this was a highlight of the month for me, and this for
We're-
them was a regular Tuesday.
yeah, exactly. We were reaching for as much luxuries as we can get,
Yeah.
and I think we don't really talk enough about how. And I'm just gonna say it, boys. I'm bringing up the conversation: wealth inequality.
Right.
Wealth
I'm down for wealth.
inequality.
We can bleep that.
Wealth
Quality
inequality
conversations.
is not only bad to humans. It's not only bad to humans, or huge wealth inequality. I should say it's
Yeah,
not only
yeah, yeah.
bad for humans. It is also bad for the economy.
The economy.
Wait.
Not that
Wait.
I'm a complete investor into late stage capitalism in the first place. You know.
Fuck late stage capitalism.
Wait, Kim, you were gonna say
we've been
something
screwed over.
contradictory.
Right.
What do you want to say,
Oh,
Kim? Contradictory.
Not exactly contradictory, but I'm just gonna say it. I know it sounds like a complaint sesh, or like when we talk shit about our careers.
We
and
are,
everything.
but we're not.
We
But we're
are.
also kind of talking shit about the economy
Right,
too.
Right.
Because
Economy.
the reality is, at the moment, it's really hard.
Right. And I don't. And I agree
Shit's
with
bad.
you. I'm just gonna. What I'm about to say is that I know, economic inequality is really bad. You think it's the worst until you felt geographic inequality.
Oh, yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a whole another can of worms as
Right.
well.
Exactly. So as someone who spends their childhood from the outer island,
Yeah.
outside the island
Yeah.
itself, and I was like really, really astonished. I remember the first time I was so stunned to the point that I stood still for minutes long, is because I see tall buildings in Jakarta, because I
Yeah.
thought, how the heck can a structure stood that tall? But anyway, but like the tallest
On an
structures.
island?
Yeah.
How doesn't the island sink?
But
Newsflash, it is sinking.
it is sinking, actually. You're right.
But like, I remember the tallest thing I ever saw when I was in my childhood was a coconut tree. I thought nothing can go taller than that
Right.
until I see that. But what I was about to say is, look, for the sake of our mental health, like
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
it sucks when you know that you're making crumbs while your boss is making the whole bakery. It sucks when you can't even see the impacts. But like, do remember that the things you complain about now is somebody else
That's a really good
things
point.
that somebody else is salivating over.
That's a really good point.
Like, I'll be honest, I was silent in many times over this, but I was also internally salivating when you said that. Oh, I was interning and I made like 4 million.
That's a really good point. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Your internship made
That is-
4
which-
million.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
Which
Right.
actually brings me to another point
Exactly,
as well.
exactly.
In
Right.
that these people are making a huge ton of money.
Yeah,
We're just making crumbs.
Right,
and the
right,
people
right.
and the people who see that and think that's
Right.
a lot of money, like the
Right,
crumbs that
right,
we're
right,
making,
right,
a lot of
right,
money, they're barely making
That's
anything.
insane.
Exactly.
I know, yeah. And honestly, the thing that I also want to add to that is like,
It's
I
insane.
think it's incredibly easy to like quickly lose sight
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of where
Right,
you
right,
are.
right,
Because I feel like I'm going to take your perspective and flip it a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
And because the other thing that also I have a lot of complaint about is like, people will get into like, let's just say yes, we're working class, but we're like
Right,
middle
yeah, yeah,
income
yeah.
and
Yeah.
sometimes higher.
Yeah.
Because when we were talking about our OMR,
100%.
our minimum wage is also like pretty high. It's pretty like livable wage. And
And-
sometimes my biggest complaint is also like I would look at this and also like see immediately how a lot of like middle class Jakartans like immediately turn on working class issues.
Yeah, man,
The moment it
100%.
happens, like
100%.
Look,
It
like
happens a
I
lot.
understand that, like
Oh, wait.
you get to
Yeah,
work
yeah.
for like McKinsey now, or you get to work
Yeah.
at like a law firm, and great, you get to buy your first like Rolex or whatever, and
Yeah.
like the first chance they get, they start like complaining about like, yeah, I can't believe about like these like May Day protesters,
Demos?
bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
yeah,
demos,
yeah, yeah.
I genuinely believe that the biggest obstacle to like middle class Indonesians like getting any better working conditions, getting any better pay,
Yeah.
any better like representation is
Uh-huh.
that they don't want to associate themselves with buruh.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even though
We're
are
not
just as
buruh,
much.
we're karyawan.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have a good
exactly.
story about that. Why don't you? Yeah, I feel like that would be a really good clip for the podcast.
Wait,
that
which story is this?
Karyawan, what is the difference between buruh and karyawan? Tell us the story.
What is the difference between a laborer and an office worker?
An employee and a worker.
Now, when you translate it into English, it sounds exactly the same. Like it's just,
Yeah.
it's just I imagine like a person,
It's a worker and worker in an
Work-
office.
a
worker.
worker and a worker at the office.
Yeah.
So-
does it- yeah.
Right,
Like,
right,
bro,
right.
Are you a worker or are you an employee?
Right,
Oh,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just one phrase. I forgot from where, but basically, an employee are just non-unionized workers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. So
Pretty much.
they actually does the same thing with the workers, but at much more comfortable places.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I don't know if they're the one who imposed it or it was imposed onto them that they're not the same with the masses
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the below. So like, I'm not trying to say names, but like I remember when during it was a May Day or something. I mean, well, it's a legitimate protest, okay? People asking for livable wages and
Yep.
everything.
Yep. Yep. Workers'
And-
protection.
And
things
what?
like that.
And I kind of like felt kind of discouraged when I saw the comment. It's all about why are you causing this traffic? You got me
Yeah,
late to work.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
on my way home and everything.
Yeah.
Without
I can't
reali-
cross the street to my Starbucks.
Right.
Ooh.
Without realizing that you are also going to be on the receiving end.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
those, if they get their wishes of a higher wages, you will
Exactly.
benefit
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're
And
out
if-
there fighting for our
Right,
rights.
right.
Exactly.
And if they don't get it, you will also suffer.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And what I hate the most is either way you're going to put the blame on them. If they succeed, you don't give credit. You said, well, this is how the economy works. Duh.
Yeah.
Thank you, our government, for like
Right,
for
right,
fostering
right.
jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
Great
And it-
job, them. They really
Yeah.
fulfilled their
Right,
promises,
right,
didn't
right.
they?
And if they don't, you say, see, your protest doesn't do much and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that you should go down to protest violently during May Day. No,
No, you
I
don't have
did
to
not.
say it. I will go and protest.
Okay, okay. but
Do
but,
it.
I'll give them a benefit of the doubt though.
I'll make
Something
sure
ab-
to visit you in prison, Daniel.
something about the middle class that kind of like infuriates me is that typically, not all of them, but they know something is wrong.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But here's the thing, they have so much to lose, right? I can't go down to protest. I'm working on my scholarship, or I'm working to get this promotion.
Yeah.
Or they're
Yeah.
just
yeah.
working, period.
Or they're just work, or
I
they're
can't
just,
miss a day,
or
right?
they're just working. Period. And you know what? That is also a legitimate reason because,
Yeah.
like what you just said. If I leave this job, say bye-bye to the security and whatever. When there's a masses of people who might not know something is wrong, but they don't have something to lose. But since they are unaware that something is wrong itself, they choose to do nothing itself.
Yeah.
A combination of these two sometimes it kind of like disturbs me. As well. And look, I'm not an economist myself. I don't know about how this job creation and all the details, whatever, it works. But if something that I consider crumbs is something that somebody's else salivating over, I feel like there's something wrong with that.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
real. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like like for example, when I was like, oh my goodness, like I kind of wish I have more. I make more for my hobbies and whatever. And I saw somebody else complaining, you think you have it hard? I could barely afford my medicine. You should be more grateful. And I was like, no, that's not a good thing.
That's
not a
point.
flex. That's not a flex.
Yeah, the point is everyone
Like,
should be able to make more.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone,
Yeah.
especially people on the lower end of the spectrum.
So you're mad at me because
The economic spectrum, I should say.
because I try to treat myself eating in a fancy restaurant because you eat in a warung. And all I could think of is you should be able to eat at a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
You should be also you should
Yeah.
also be
exactly.
able to afford that.
Yeah.
But why are you thinking I'm the enemy for wanting more? Why do you think of me as a crybaby? Like I want you to have those indulgences too, man. Like,
No, yeah, exactly. Some people can afford to like.
Yeah.
I know people personally or used to be like friends with people who being like, you know what, I have a craving for a steak, and
who doesn't like steak?
exactly no.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he had a craving for a steak, and so he decided that he and his wife should fly to Bali for the weekend.
Wow.
Because there's like the specific thing that he wanted to try over there, and I'm being
Yeah.
like,
Right.
fuck,
Yeah.
Right. Like,
If
because he's like the CEO or something. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
like I'm not against that. That's your buddy, but oh
Yeah.
my gosh, like someone else live like that.
yeah.
While I'm here seeing any prices, quantifying any prices with how much food can I afford with this prices.
Yep.
Yeah, reading the
Yep.
menu from
Yeah,
right
yeah.
to left.
meanwhile, yeah.
Right.
Meanwhile, other people are barely getting by every day.
That's real.
And they live in like basements where it floods.
Right.
I'm thinking of Parasite, but
Okay.
you know, it also
Yeah.
speaks true to the reality of a lot of people who live.
So for all of our viewers, like you might get the impression that all the four of us are super duper wealthy because here we are in the podcast with equipment. But
We got a Zoom mic.
Right.
This is pretty expensive.
right, but technically speaking, we're not that wealthy. Like,
Not
you know what I
compared
mean?
to-
We're not that.
Not
wealthy.
compared to-
not
yeah.
compared to the
I don't.
people.
Like,
we're-
Well,
again,
that
like,
being
I
said,
don't
we're
want to.
still-
Yeah, I don't want to say that like, oh, we're not privileged. We're working.
We're
class. Like,
definitely
I've
privileged.
never
We're
had to
super
like,
privileged.
like like we were making a joke about this earlier. Is like the worst thing that ever happened to me if I don't follow an SOP at a job is like, oh, maybe we have like a little bit of a PR crisis. Oh,
Yep.
maybe we miss our deadlines. I've never worked a job where like if I don't follow the SOP, someone dies.
Right.
Or someone
and those
gets
jobs
fired, yeah.
exist, and
Right,
like all
right.
power to those people. But at the same time, like, yeah, I feel like, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know who said this, but someone definitely did said that like, oh yeah, the term middle class is like a lie invented by like
What?
the term middle class is like a lie invented by economists just so that they could distinguish the working class from
Whoa.
The
capital
owning
owners.
class.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the owning, from the
Yeah,
capital
yeah,
owning
yeah.
class, from the
Yeah.
capital production class.
Yeah.
We just have
We-
slightly better
Better
living
pay.
arrangements.
Yeah.
And better
But at the
living
end of the day,
arrangements.
we're still bound by all the
Yeah.
owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, the easiest way to distinguish this, right? The difference between a capital owning class and like basically working class is that like, okay, if the place that we work at crumbles, what happens? Because for like a CEOs or executive or like capital owning classes, when their business ends, the worst thing that happens to them is they get demoted to employee.
Right.
They have to go work for a job.
Yeah, yeah.
An employee, when the business collapses, we have nothing. We get demoted to what? Joblessness.
Yeah.
We starve.
That's true. That's
Demoted
true.
to customer.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm starting to think that these labels that they've given to us, it's like a way for us to. It was a way to split us into groups so that we start fighting
No
each other
way.
instead of
Really?
No war
instead
but
of-
class war, bro.
Really?
Say it ain't so, man.
Honestly,
wait.
hot take. I know, hot take.
So whose idea is it?
Oh man, I don't know.
Hey, hold on.
Milton fucking Friedman may he burn in
I
hell.
also have a
What?
I have a quick interjection.
What do you have to say?
Yeah, sure.
As journalists, we're no stranger to covering protests and demonstrations and stuff like that.
Yep.
I remember one of the first demonstrations that I covered. It was obviously also workers' rights related. I can't remember if it was May Day or if it was some other thing, but workers demanding better rights, basically.
Okay.
And I remember because it was one of my my first few coverages. It was probably like my first month working as a journalist. I sent a picture of like me at the protests with like my mic and like my uniform and everything. I would send it to my family group chat, and someone in my family group chat like responded, while you're there, why don't you just like jokingly, I guess, sekalian just go right ahead. Also like just disband it. Tell people to go home. Like how dare they protest? You know, they already still have it pretty good. They should be grateful they even have a job in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I immediately because I know this person too. Like immediately as I heard that, I understand that you're saying this because I know that you've never held an actual real job in your entire life.
Yeah.
You don't understand that I too am a laborer.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we are all like laborers here.
Yeah.
We're all buruh. So like I understand that you might have that sentiment because you've never held like an actual job in your life.
Yeah, exactly, right? All power to like, Buru and Patanis, man. Love Patanis, bro. They're great.
I'm never like shamefully, like I guess I'm never because like what you said, because I have a lot to lose.
Right.
And sometimes I'm just straight up like I'm at work. I haven't been able to like join in like particularly on these protests, but I'm not the one to like, even though I'm not actively protesting, I'm not actively contributing. I know at the very least I'm not gonna trash them.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
because
right.
I know that
Yeah.
they're just like me basically. They're just like me. They all have bosses. They're all working for their salary, and I know the biggest fucking privilege I have is that I can have other laborers do the protesting for me.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is like
It's something to be grateful for.
yeah,
man.
I'm grateful
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
grateful that that there are people that are brave, like really really brave laborers, people who with
Risking their
families,
lives,
risking
yeah.
their lives, risking their livelihoods, risking their families, to fight for a better working conditions, not just
Yeah.
for them but like for everyone.
Yeah. Because when you help the bottom, you help everyone else too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's insane to me that the middle class, like the Indonesian middle class, don't want to associate themselves with that when
Yeah.
they also reap the benefits.
like if it weren't for unions, we wouldn't have weekends.
100%.
We
Yeah.
wouldn't have
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. A bunch of things that like unions help
What?
fight for. And when I say fight for, I don't mean like we peacefully protest. No, I meant like they would get into fights.
Yeah.
They would strike and stuff like that. Like weekends. Unions fought for weekends.
Before that,
shit.
we were
Unions-
working in Sundays.
Yeah, before then, like, Sunday you only go to church and go back to work. Like the fact that like Saturday was also added to the weekend
Yeah.
is something the unions fought for, because I think Sunday was protected also, like the holy day.
Yeah.
If God rests, fine, you can rest, right? Age limits, like the reason we don't have 12-year-olds and 8-year-olds working
Yep.
in factories, well, like
Yep.
unions fought for that in like the 1800s in
see.
like British factories, because it used to be that like people loved hiring children because they eat less and then they fit into like the small spaces in factories, and that's back in like the 18th century during like the industrial revolutions, kids were, if anything, better workers because
my
they're
goodness.
dumber, they're weaker. You can like tell them, you can boss them to do stuff,
They have so
and
much
they
energy,
fit into
too.
the small crawl
Yeah.
spaces in your factories.
Yeah.
And so like, of course, why wouldn't you hire children?
They yearn
so-
for the mines.
So what?
Yeah, no, that's exactly
Wait,
that's where the term
children
come from.
yearn for
So
the
the
what
children
you're,
yearn for the
so,
mines.
so what you're saying is we got a lot of good stuff from being ungrateful, complaining, and nagging
Yeah.
people. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, 100%.
I know this is an inside joke between you and us. Like I wish the laborers here, and not just that. I wish like like the public here have the same mentality about
Yeah.
protesting as the French do.
Oh,
Because I know this is a big
Yeah.
inside joke
I
between us.
swear.
I know a lot
Okay.
of people be like, "Oh my god, the French are so like over the top when it goes to protest." I'm like,
No, honestly, they really get shit done.
yeah.
Right.
They understand
Nobody does
that,
it like the French.
Yeah.
They understand that when the capital owning class and when politicians, when they break their promises, we have to send a message that don't break your promises.
If you break
There's
your
a-
promises, we
there's
break
a
your
soul-
legs.
there's a
bro.
social
that
contract.
actually reminds me a lot. So, a lot of comments when during all of those protesting, what you're saying is people basically saying that, oh, you keep on protesting. No wonder we don't get developed. Look at those developed countries. They don't protest.
My God,
Sir.
they took a
Sir.
lot of protesting.
Goodness.
Oh no!
Right.
They went to war. Like I don't know if they've ever heard of anything called the French Revolution.
Right.
I thought the French were just really nice,
Yeah.
and then they got their country.
Right.
Yeah.
Hong, hong,
Or-
baguette.
I mean, no need to get
40
too
were
far.
big.
No need to get too far during the
Revolution.
revolution. Like during the 1st of May in like Paris, like the streets are packed. And
Yeah.
remember that time when I forgot the reasons, but they were trying to raise the gas prices for just a few euros.
Yep.
And everybody just like said,
Everyone went
no,
down.
we're gonna go
Yeah.
down and shut the whole street down.
This
Yeah.
country,
Like-
this entire country
Right.
shuts
Thi-
down.
This entire country shuts down. And when they're starting to say we're going to raise the retirement age limit, and they said no, we're going to shut down the economy once again.
We're gonna stop taking trash, and the streets
Right.
of Paris are gonna
Right.
smell like poop.
We're not only gonna stop
Right,
taking
right,
trash,
right,
we're going
right.
to actively dump trash in
Yep.
front of your house.
Yep.
Exactly.
Insane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Insane.
like, oh, we're not important. Fine, you took out your own trash.
Yeah.
You clean your own street. You pay yourself money.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
how that turns out. And they got the message. Like something to me says that they became developed exactly because
Because.
their people know
Yeah.
how to disagree, how to protest, when to do it, and etc. etc.
And just how to fight, and just basically how to fight for their rights.
Right.
And just learn,
Yeah.
and just somehow finding the capacity to be ungrateful for not having enough
Right.
in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to say one thing. Like
And realizing that it isn't your fault.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
that's the key. Realizing that it isn't your fault.
Exactly. And
That it's systemic.
right, exactly. And like the good thing about my beloved country, Indonesia, that I genuinely love is that why are you guys doing the salute thing? whoa! I saw that. I saw that.
Whoa.
Right.
You don't salute you don't salute when somebody mentions Indonesia.
What? Yeah. Well, okay.
What are you
Back.
proud of? What are you
Okay.
proud of?
Right. Is that we have that presidents. We know how to complain. Gosh, don't you know like how we be a country itself? Because we said that, you know what, this whole Dutch East Indies thing, it's not gonna work. We want to have our own countries. If you
Yeah.
don't like it, we're gonna fight you over it.
Exactly.
And like, yeah, a lot of things. Like,
Right.
if anything, yes, there is what do you call it? There are obstacles. There are grounds that we can complain of, like why aren't you like the French, or why aren't you
Yeah.
like this? Why aren't you more that? But the thing that we tend to forget, what most middle classes tend to forget, that it took time.
That's absolutely true.
It took time, and you cannot get it in an instant. Like there's a lot of trial and error involved. Like,
Yeah.
dude, people said, "Oh, France, ha ha ha, Mayday," but like for thousands of years, they were like ultra feudal, conservative,
Yeah.
church owned,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if the priest says this, it goes, or whatever.
it must be true.
It must
Yeah.
be true. Don't question it.
The sun
Right?
must revolve around Earth.
There was a tipping point.
Right. There
Yeah.
was a
that,
team.
that caused that
Right.
created the culture that exists
Right.
today.
It could be violent. It could be, hopefully, peaceful. Right. I'm just gonna hope that it went better in a ways that is better and not worse.
Yeah.
Forever. I don't know how to say it, but like you get my point.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I am not a political
You don't wanna go to war.
scientist. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
a political expert. I just want to live a good life. You know.
Yeah.
Don't you want to live a good life too?
I want to
Yeah.
live a good life. kid.
Right.
Don't
Leave me to the promised land, kid. Lead me to the promised
don't
land,
we-
kid.
Don't we?
For
don't,
our-
You will
don't
lead
we
us to
want
freedom.
everyone to live a good life as
Yeah,
well? That's
right,
that's
right,
exactly
right.
what we want to do.
For our
You know.
viewers, don't you want to? Don't you want to have a better protection for your jobs.
Don't you want everyone else as well to enjoy what
Right.
you can enjoy? You know.
Exactly.
I mean, if anything, that's why I threw my middle finger whenever you mentioned Indonesia, just because
Aww.
I thought you were giving the salute.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I see.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Wow.
I just
Nah.
kept my salute.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
I kept my
Yeah.
salute. I am.
I think a
red
lot of
and
people are
white to
very
the core.
confounded. I know none of you are, but a lot of people are confounded when I
Alright.
said like, "Don't you love your country, bro?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I love the people in it." No, yeah.
Oh,
no,
I
this
get
is
what you
great
mean. I get what you
saying,
mean.
which, if anything, comes from a Tumblr post, if I believe it. Like,
Right.
I don't love my country. I love the people in it, and they
Yeah.
deserve to have their needs met. But I don't love my country. I don't think. If anything, I
I
think.
see.
I know that you will be like, I hope our country gets better, and I hope we can go there peacefully. As a rule, I don't believe that's possible.
Yeah.
I believe that's why I say that we have to fight for our rights,
I
because it's
see.
always the fight.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
If anything, because I've
Right.
lost my faith that people with privilege
Right.
will
I
ever
see.
hand anything ever
Yeah.
non-violently.
Right.
But I do. I mean, I still believe that a better world is
Okay.
possible, but I don't think we're
Right.
gonna get there the nice way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So I
right.
think what we can kind of conclude from this discussion is that any kind of conversation about careers does end up leading to topics about class consciousness, and
It should.
It really
should.
should.
Yeah.
It really should, because at the end of the day, as we don't own much assets, to be honest. The
Yeah.
only asset I own are my clothes and my TV.
And that's not
Yeah.
even an asset.
And that's not even an asset.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
What do you mean you
it's a
have
liability.
bitcoins,
It's
aren't you?
well, I'm not paying anything for it, but it's certainly not. You know,
It's not gonna increase in
it's
value.
not, and it's not
I
exactly.
see.
It
a-
doesn't produce capital.
Exactly.
right?
It's not.
Yeah.
It isn't. It's not exactly a means of production, if you will.
Yes,
wait,
exactly.
hold on.
But
Technically
wait, hang on.
speaking,
What do you?
alright.
well, No, because what I'm trying to say is, you know, at the end of the day, we as people who want to grow our careers are in the labor class, and therefore we should support labor causes, because at the end of the day, we want to be able to support ourselves, and we want to live,
Right.
you know, better
Agreed.
lives.
Right.
And
Right.
on that note, guys, does anyone have any recommendations on what they can? No. I'm sorry. Does anyone
Recommendations?
have any recommendations that perhaps we can touch upon, or that perhaps we can read on, that might help us to learn more?
I have a recommendation.
Go on.
My recommendation is for you to like obtain class consciousness, or like if you like sci-fi and you like to be conscious of your class, and to like and to like really see like how nefarious like the ruling class can be. Watch and it's particularly about workplace stuff.
Oh, go on.
Watch Severance.
Severance. Yeah, that's
I
a
think
great.
low-key Severance is like a dystopian fucking like horror story
Yeah.
about how bad it can be, you know. Obviously I'm not saying like the stuff in Severance is happening, but like this the disconnect of like who you are and what you do at work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is very much real, and that's something that a lot of us experience, and Severance takes it to its like most absurd level
Yeah.
in a very sci-fi setting that is very like, you know, poignant to the, you know, world that we inhabit today.
Right.
I heard someone say, like Brian David Gilbert, if you know the internet personality, he said that like, yeah, Severance is the best show ever, best sci-fi show ever, and it's just about unionization.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
I have a recommendation, but why don't you two go first?
You go ahead,
Okay, for my recommendation, dear viewers.
dear
Can you please
viewers.
speak up?
Dear. All right. Hello.
Yeah, that's better.
Dear viewers, right? If you what's the question again? Recommendation to
Recommendation.
develop this what do
Class
you call it?
consciousness, I suppose.
Well, I don't know much good books or good movies, but maybe what I can give suggestion is try to do your work. Just do what you gotta do, and for an entire month or an entire semester, don't ever complain. Don't ever think about complaining. Just do what you gotta do. If they give you overtime without pay, just do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of those 3 months or even a year, sit down, ask yourself, do you see yourself doing this until the day you die?
Jesus.
Wow.
What the
Amazing,
And-
honestly.
And well, that's what happens to me. That's why I career hop and whatever.
Huh.
Maybe for there's a lot of different other factors, but I think experience is the best teacher.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you, the show I believe it must be really good, but it doesn't matter if you watch a very good show or read Das Kapital from volume
Yep.
1, 2, or 3.
Yep.
If you never sit down and ask yourself these questions to yourself and be frank with yourself, or like at least reflect, what is wrong? Is it my fault? Am I not being diligent enough? Am
Yeah.
I not thugging it out enough? Or am I not joining enough courses on how to get rich by investing and escaping the rat race? Maybe you should start considering possibilities that there are just things outside your control.
Yeah. Yeah.
After that, I believe things will just flow. Maybe you will find out the books you can read that you understand, the movie that
true.
resonate with you.
Yeah.
But what I do suggest is have that talk with yourself, have
Yeah.
that reflection moments. Or if you're religious, just pray to God, read your holy books.
Yeah.
And well, I'm a Christian, so the Holy Spirit will probably guide you to the place where you
The Holy
Real, bro.
Spirit.
I like,
Right,
I like
right,
how
right.
I like how he also mentioned. He also used the word probably.
well.
So
I don't
maybe
speak
not.
for all humanity.
Yeah.
Some people experience it, some people don't. It doesn't matter. But like have those conversations. If at the end of the day you said that, no, it's my fault. I am too lazy. I gotta pull myself by the bootstrap. Sure. And
Maybe.
keep
Good
on
luck with
doing
that.
it.
Yeah.
Never complain. Just
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
take whatever pay you have. And one day, if you get fired without any clear excuses, it's on you.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
Good
Basically,
little-
what you're saying is like learn to love the taste of boot.
Good little
Oh my
wage.
gosh.
Yeah.
You wanna
Right.
You believe in peaceful protest and that everything is
Right.
good. Yeah, learn to love the taste of boots.
And right.
And pray that pray that one day someone will be licking your boots as well.
Someday, hopefully.
Someday.
It will happen.
Right,
it will
right,
happen.
right,
I
right,
swear
right.
to God.
Surely.
I swear to God, it's gonna
Right,
happen.
yeah.
Keep going.
Who knows?
It's gonna
Who
happen.
knows? Maybe you finally escape the rat race and you finally be the top man and you said that, see, if I do it, millions of others can achieve what I have.
Everyone
They're just
can do
lazy.
it. Everyone can be a millionaire.
Everyone will be a millionaire.
Right,
That's how
right,
the
right.
economy
Yeah.
works.
Right.
They made a show about it. Too.
Right. If that's you, sure. But experience doesn't stop teaching you until you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
experience. That's my suggestion.
You want to be a millionaire?
Can you send your kids to college with experience that you earned?
Right.
With the connections.
With the
that you've made.
connections.
Okay.
Yeah. An
So-
experience.
Yeah.
Right.
My recommendation actually just goes a little bit off of Kim here, which
Okay.
is like maybe once you've done your holy months of like complain fasting or whatever.
Yep.
Right.
Go join a protest.
Yeah.
And I'm serious about this.
Learn from the people
Yeah,
who
learn. I'm not saying that you should, go down to the street, dress in all blah blah, like have like an Antifa get up and throw Molotov cocktails. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Yeah.
like literally go visit a protest. I think like, cause I learned a lot from like going to protests and just being around there. I mean like it shouldn't be difficult because I think pretty sure that everywhere anyone lives, there's like probably going to be a protest there sometime soon. Maybe it's like a local farmers union. Maybe it's like
I
from the
see.
local factories union. No, if anything, like May Day exists for a reason. May Day, like the 1st of May, everywhere around the world is a national holiday to celebrate
Yep.
workers. And there's also usually always bound to be some sort of like demonstration, aksi, protest here, call it. And I would say, I think just for that day, since it's a work holiday anyways, go out there and join. I'm not telling you to go like bring a sign or like
Right.
throw a brick through a window. Just be there.
Just talk
and
to people
like
as well.
just talk to people. And it's really good because sometimes there's a lot of really, really great people there. There's a
Yeah.
lot of like there's going to be like a lot of young people. There's going to be a lot of elders, and there's going to be a lot of like people who like actually like work off the sweat of their brow and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And they're also generally nice people. If anything, I'm pretty sure they're going to be like happy that you're also there standing in solidarity with them. And then if you happen to chance upon like a conversation, I'm pretty sure they're going to be like really happy to talk to you about like, oh yeah, why am I doing this?
Right.
Why is it important to do this? And and have fun basically, and get to know people.
Or if you don't want to, that's fine. But like,
Don't trash on the laborers.
No,
Yeah,
no,
please
need, no,
don't.
need, no
Yeah.
need to trash on.
Yeah.
Like we didn't give you these suggestions because tomorrow you would like rising and throw the revolution. No, just understand.
I am.
Just be whoa.
We understand that
Just
some
be
people,
aware, right?
Some people have like limitations, like maybe they can't. Obviously, like we do recommend that you stand by your fellow workers,
Right.
but like we understand some people have like families, things they can't leave behind, yada yada yada. But like at the very least, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy who's like, get all these demonstrators out of the streets. You know, they're good for nothing. Whatever. Don't trash them.
I can't drive my car.
Yeah, just fucking like
No.
shut up, man.
Yeah.
At the very least, you can do just shut up. if you're not gonna help, shut up.
This sounds extremely personal.
Yeah, shut up. You particularly. Go
All
on.
right.
That was great recommendations, by the way, you two.
Well, thank you very much. Well, my recommendation is, if all else fails, find a product that you really like and then sell it to your friends, but then you get them to sell it
No
to
way.
their friends
No
too.
way, bro. No,
Yeah.
I'm
Do
down.
you want to be your own boss?
Yo, sign me
Yes,
up, bro. Sign
exactly.
me up. Sign me up.
Whoa,
And,
that's fantastic.
and if those friends sell to their friends,
No.
then you get a bit of the profit. This is the
No.
perfect scheme, guys. I think the right term for it. I'm gonna call it.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. I'm gonna call it a triangle scheme.
Oh, you're right, because there's one person at the top and there's
Yep.
two more.
Yep.
And then there's two more.
That's it.
It's just like a triangle.
That's it. Yeah, it's just like a triangle.
Infinite money glitch.
Infinite money glitch.
Infinite money glitch.
Exactly. Everyone gets what they want.
Satya, some of our viewers gonna take it to heart.
Everyone
Sign me up right
are
now.
workers, but they
Sign me
also
up right
own the
now.
means of production. Is that
Oh
perfect?
my god.
solved it, bro. You solved it.
Absolutely
All right, that's
perfect.
it. That's all of it. That's it.
Right.
We
That's
can't,
how you
bro,
escape
we
it,
can't
right.
tell them too much, bro. If they found out too much, they'll start their own business. Cut the
Yeah,
cameras.
man.
Cut the cameras.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Is that where we want to stop?
That would be
Alright.
hilarious.
That would be
though.
hilarious.
yeah, no,
Cut the
really,
cameras.
it's
Cut the
insane.
cameras right
Insane.
now.
Camera.
If anyone actually comes up to you, don't do that.
Right,
Don't join
right,
us.
right.
Yeah.
If any of us come to you, if any of us with an Instagram name comes to you, no, that's not us.
No, that is not.
Opinions on this podcast are not financial advice.
No, they're
Right,
definitely not.
right.
Anyway, thank you very much once again for watching the Totally Normal podcast with us, the Totally Normal folks. I've been Sati from SC with Daniels, Arya Siddhartha, and Kim Little Noni. Don't forget that a lot of these that we've been saying are jokes. Please do not sue us.
Please.
Thank you very much for
please.
watching.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, please.
Go throw a brick through a window.